Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school baseball. Tonight, the Indian Valley Braves host the New Philadelphia Quakers. Tonight's game is presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Now let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
The 10-3 Indian Valley Braves will play host to the 7-5 New Philadelphia Quakers. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you. Of course, Lydia Brady, Natalie Holbrook, and Greg Perkins from Claxon Communications. Coverage tonight brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. And this should actually be a pretty good baseball game if the weather holds off, Nick.
Yeah, it's a pretty good baseball game. And, prior to the game, I got to catch up with head coach Tyler Weissel for New Philadelphia. And he said, last time you guys saw us, it was against Dover, which obviously is our biggest rival. He says this matchup between Indian Valley and New Philadelphia when it comes to the baseball diamond, kind of their second biggest rivalry. So it promises to be a fun one between the Braves and Quakers.
Yeah, I think it's good. And heading over and talking to Shannon McComb, head coach of the Indian Valley Braves, he said, look, we played Ridgewood twice this week, beat them, lost to Dover. They got down 8-0 early and ended up losing that game against Dover. But that was on Monday, and as the rain starts pounding, and Natalie, I don't think is very happy right now, do you?
No, and I might have to tell her I think I might have an umbrella in the back. But we kind of wondered this was going to happen. This is probably going to be something they actually have to deal with throughout this competition. We were looking, most of the storms to the northwest right now, some of them are sweeping down. We might get delayed. We're going to hope not. Beauty of having a turf infield, though.
Yes, definitely beauty of having a turf infield. But guess what? If we get delayed, we're not going to be able to stand here and banter all afternoon.
Oh, believe me, we're going to find something to talk about.
You think we are,
yes.
or are we just going to have for her? We'll just have LB play commercials.
We'll cross that bridge if we have to get to it. Let's have positivity, and let's say we're not going to have to.
Okay, I'm going to say that with a turf infield, and I did ask Coach McComb about that a little bit. I said, hey, Coach, hopefully the weather holds off, but if it doesn't, good thing that we have turf infields here at Indian Valley. And he said, yeah, it's definitely a benefit. It looks like some of the stronger stuff as far as, maybe a little lightning and a little thunder. A little lightning and a little thunder.
Oh, geez.
It's gonna come.
It's starting already, no.
It's going to come later on, more closer probably to 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and I am not a meteorologist, but a lot of it is just pockets that pop up. So it could be brief delays, but I do believe that we potentially have the ability to get this whole game in.
I think that we'll get this baseball game in this afternoon or this evening, and it's going to be a good one. Again, the Indian Valley Braves at 10-3, the New Philadelphia Quakers at 7-5. Coverage brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you from the Wood Electric pregame show high above Indian Valley Field here at Braves Field. In the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios.
What's also fun is I kind of like coming back here during these. They don't have a softball game today, though. The girls are just out there practicing, be that as it may. They are having another track invite going on over there at the stadium. I love watching school campuses like this. When you have multiple things going on, it just feels alive.
Listen, this place is beautiful down here. What they've done down here in Jeanette and Hutton is phenomenal. All of the administration and superintendents, coaches, everybody that's involved have just done a spectacular job down here at Indian Valley High School. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to visit with both of our coaches, brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank. And when we come back, our WM Commercial Roofing starting lineups and first pitch from Indian Valley High School right after this on Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show, now going into the dugout, brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Banks. It's head coach Tyler Weissel for the new Philadelphia Quakers. And coach, last time we saw you guys, nice 6-2 win against the Dover Tornadoes. Tell me a little bit about the team since then.
We've struggled a little bit. The injury bug got us since then, basically. We're down a couple guys, but we talked earlier this week, and we're gonna have to grind. We're gonna have to figure it out, and we gotta stay patient. And we gotta maybe change our game a little bit to move some more runners, and we're going to need some guys to step up, and so far they have.
And Coach, we talked a little bit before we started here. Maddox Brown's going to be the one who gets the nod on the bump for you guys tonight. You also have Keaton Fossil behind the plate. Do you think that's a good connection there for you two, for you guys, I should say?
Yeah. So Keaton is our backup catcher. Our normal starter, Noah Bolin, he's out with a shoulder injury right now. Keaton's done a great job. He's caught both games this week so far. Excuse me. And he's filled the shoes very well. So he's a tough kid. He's quarterback for the football team. So I don't expect anything less out of greatness from him.
Now, Coach, tell me a little bit about this Indian Valley team you guys go up against here. Obviously, in enemy territory again is where we get you. So tell me what you see out of the Braves.
Man, they're tough. They're scrappy. They're going to steal bags. They're going to move the baseball. They're going to bunt a lot. They've kind of, Coach McComb's always got them ready to play. And they're always tough, man. This is, outside Dover, this is another one of our rival games. And you guys seem to always come for these big games like this, which I love. They're tough. We got to play well. We got to play clean. We got to take outs they give us, and we got to minimize the outs in the inning.
Now, Coach, also when we talk about getting even closer to tournament time, right around the corner, what do you want to see out of a squad whenever you've got a few different starters in there, whenever you're starting to get a few different guys in there, unfortunately due to injury?
We just want to see guys step up in certain situations, and kind of the message this week has just been execute. Whatever that means. Get a ground ball, let's throw them out, let's make all the routine plays. Kind of the big thing moving into tournament time is playing clean baseball. And the other thing that we need to emphasize is getting 2-out hits. If we can get 2-out hits, we're going to be okay.
Finally, Coach, I got to ask, you guys doing the anti-rain dance in there in the dugout?
We're going to try our best for today.
All right, well, here's hoping. Hey, thanks, Coach, and good luck to you guys.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was new Philadelphia head coach Tyler Weissel, brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank. Coming up, it's head coach for the Indian Valley Braves, Shannon McComb, after this.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show, Big Z Sports coverage of high school baseball here with Indian Valley Braves head coach Shannon McComb. And Coach, talk about how your season has gone so far, sitting 10-3. Pretty good start to the year as we kind of start heading down towards that stretch.
Yeah, we've got a good start to this season. Still trying to find out a perfect lineup, I think, which everyone's doing at this point in the season. But it's a good start. Kids have played well. Starting to warm up a little bit, which is getting a little better baseball weather for us. So, we're expecting to build on that momentum we've had the last few games and go from there.
Coach lost to Dover earlier in the week and then beat Ridgewood twice. Talk about those 3 games and how you felt your team played.
The Dover game, we got off to a slow start. We were down 8-1. The kids didn't start or stop. We got back, made it a game 9-7, ended up losing 10-7, and then got 2 league games the last couple nights. Didn't play perfect baseball, but did enough to win.
Coach, talk about, possibly impending weather. You guys with turf down here, that's going to help things tonight, obviously.
Yeah, hopefully, we can get it in. Hopefully the weather holds off to at least the completion of the game, but the turf always helps, definitely.
Coach, talk about New Philadelphia team in the other dugout. They come in having a very good season, but actually kind of hit a rough spot the last couple of games. Talk about what you expect from the Quakers.
I expect them to come out and battle with us. We've played them the last couple of years, whether it be a regular season or tournament. They're well coached, always played really good baseball, so it should be a really good game tonight.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That was Braves head coach Shannon McComb. We'll be back with the starting lineups and first pitch right after this timeout on Big Z Sports. Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Third pitch now. They hustled things up a little bit, and leading things off for the New Philadelphia Quakers Carson Long at the plate, the sophomore right fielder. The 2-1 count is shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, Rafe Bonifay, and makes the catch, one down for the New Philadelphia Quakers. That was Carson Long. So, yeah, they sped things up a little bit because we had that little rain shower. I'm okay with that. Are you?
Well, I'm okay with it because it might be cooler, but it's a lot more humid in the air now, which is always not exactly the most fun thing. I was going to point out that Long actually leads the team in a .467 average, and he had a decent at bat there to start. I'm sure he'd love to find a gap next time on one of those shots.
Max Steele up at the plate now, number 14, the sophomore left fielder. He bats .400, 4 RBIs, 3 walks and a run, facing Braden Parsons on the mound. Parsons, probably the leading pitcher on the mound here for the Indian Valley Braves, as a ground out over to Cale Coachman retires Max Steele. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. When you look at when you head over and look at Parsons, he 15 in 2/3 innings, 2-0 with a save. He's allowed 7 runs, 5 of those runs earned, 11 walks, 12 strikeouts, and a 2.23 ERA. And strike number 1 to Gavin Blake. Actually, it was outside. Okay.
Inside.
Or inside, sorry. Gavin Blake, number 18, the junior first baseman for the New Philadelphia Quakers, with 2 down here in the top of the first inning. The pitch is fouled off at the plate. And again, this turf definitely going to help things if we do get some weather. It looks like we're going to be okay.
For at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Well, and I wanted to point out here, Blake, as you mentioned, they're playing first base. Last time we saw him, he was at third. New Philadelphia having to make some switches again due to injury. A new catcher behind the plate for them, Keaton Fossil. Blake being at first base, switching the corners on the infield. So that's kind of been the name of the game for the Quakers this year, just having to respond. But one bright side, as we get closer to tournament time, you got a lot more players with game experience.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, Carter Vandal's still not ready to come back for the Quakers either, as the 2-1 pitch is
little
fouled.
check swing.
Yeah, a little check swing, ground right down to first base, and that's going to retire Blake. 3 up, 3 down. As we move to the bottom, we're going to keep it right here, and we will give you the starting lineups brought to you by the WM Commercial Roofing Company. And for the New Philadelphia Quakers, it was Carson Long leading off, number 3. Max Steele, number 14, the sophomore. He bats second, the left fielder. Gavin Blake, the first baseman, he bats third. In the cleanup spot, the pitcher, senior Maddox Brown. Keaton Fossil behind the dish, the sophomore, number 11, bats fifth. Batting sixth, freshman Owen Courtney. He is the designated hitter for freshman Kane Audie, who is the shortstop, the freshman playing shortstop tonight. In the 7-hole, number 2, senior Brant Wells. He's the second baseman. Number 4, sophomore Mason Katrina. I think it's Katrina, correct?
I thought it was Katarina, but I'm not sure.
It might be Katarina. Yeah, I think it is Katarina. He's the third baseman. Sorry for the botched name. And, of course, number 7, the senior Caden Stewart, the center fielder, bats in the 9-hole. For the Indian Valley Braves, Rafe Bonifay, the center fielder. Number 15 is a senior. He'll bat first. Tanyan McComb, number 5, the junior, the catcher. He'll bat second. Batting third, number 19, senior Cale Coachman, the second baseman. And batting cleanup, the senior Brogan Bircher, number 24, the left fielder. Playing third base, Jackson Bircher, the sophomore, number 8. Batting sixth, number 4, the sophomore Spencer Haney. He's the shortstop. Sam Zerker plays first base, number 9. He'll bat in the 7-hole. Batting 8th is the designated hitter Kyle Anderson, number 7, the senior. He is hitting for Braden Parsons, the pitcher. And batting 9th, number 20, the right fielder, junior Cam Guspit. So getting ready to go here from Indian Valley High School in the bottom of the first inning with Rafe Bonifay coming to the plate.
One of the advantages that New Philadelphia is going to present when it comes to Brown being on the mound for them, I know they 8 in the third innings so far, no wins, 1 loss. His ERA that he has posted to this point, not exactly extremely stellar, very good, but not exactly extremely stellar. He's got that long, lanky body, though, that you can really get a lot of good motion. You can get a lot of good velocity, so we'll see if that helps him out against the tough Braves lineup.
Bonifay steps in, first pitch from Brown is in the dirt. Actually, it wasn't in the dirt.
outside
It was
corner.
strike one. So Maddox Brown for New Philadelphia.
Do I have to call out the?
I mean, you might. Eight and a third innings pitched. He's 0-1, 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, and a .84 ERA as he goes 2 strikes to Bonifay.
I misread the number because I said he didn't have a great ERA. I misread. It was the wrong one. Yes, he
You
has
said
a very good ERA.
8.4, you thought?
No,
he has a good ERA. If you can keep it under 1, that's good. As finally fires a ball high.
Keep it under 1. You can keep it under 3. You're doing great. What are you talking about?
So Rafe Bonifay, when you look at him, he's had a pretty good year. 229, 8 RBIs, 15 runs, 9 walks. The 1-2 pitch from Brown. A little off speed, going to be hammered to left field and caught by Max Steele. So 1 down for the Indian Valley Braves. Maddox Brown doing a nice job so far getting through the first batter.
You see Brown, when he went to Bonifay there, went a little off speed, and Bonifay was ahead of that ball. He had to wait back and couldn't get enough muscle behind it. It's going to be interesting to see how Brown mixes those speeds, and especially how these Indian Valley batters respond after they get through their first time through the lineup. A lot of your first time through is naturally just timing up the pitcher.
Tanya McComb steps in now. 559 hitter with 1 double, 8 RBI, 15 runs, and 4 walks on the season for the catcher, the junior, sorry. The 0-1 from Maddox Brown. Another off-speed pitch hits just before the plate. Counts even at 1-1 with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Chris Gale, Nick McWilliams here with you on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications from Indian Valley High School. Got underway just a little bit early tonight with impending weather coming in as the pitch fouled back to the screen. 1-2 the count on Tanya McComb.
I never envy the poor kids who somehow get roped into going and getting these balls that go over the creek from behind the field.
Yeah, I'm good with it. You guys can go get it. I'll stay right here. The 1-2 from Maddox Brown. And McComb's going to step out. Or Brown stepped off, one of the two. Brown shakes off that one. Now he's got what he likes. Maddox Brown, the 1-2 pitch. Off speed is drilled to left field, just foul. Nice rope right there. Just couldn't quite keep it inside the lines was Tanya McComb.
Yeah, McComb just got a little bit overexcited when it came to that. I think it was Brown going a little bit slower on the speed again. But, it's really nice to see McComb up at the plate. We know for basketball season missed, it was the entire year with injury. So him getting back on the baseball diamond has to feel good. Yeah,
and he missed, the playoff games too for Indian Valley. So, yeah, it's definitely good to see him back, wrapping up his junior year here on the baseball diamond. The 1-2 pitch from Brown, outside, a little high and outside. Evens the count at 2-2. 1 down, no score. Bottom of the first inning. Maddox Brown to Tanya McComb. Skied straight up. It's going to be behind us. I was waiting to hear it hit, but it didn't.
Nice big thump you would normally
get.
Yeah,
I did park far enough away, I think. Be okay.
Did you park really close to the high school? Actually, no, I'm parked beside you. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, well, I think we're good. We're far enough back. The 2-2 pitch. Off speed again. McComb drills it down the third base line.
That's the sign of a experienced hitter in there. You could see whenever he took his step, his timing was off due to Brown changing the speeds again, but he didn't panic. He didn't lunge for it. He waited and just got his hands to it, fought it off because that's not the pitch he wants to hit on a 2-2 count.
And Katarina just kind of watched it go right down the third baseline yeah, that's foul.
Somebody else's problem, not mine.
Right, exactly. We'll let the left fielder go get it. Max Steele will go get it. So the 2-2, McComb battling at the plate. Off speed again, skied straight up. High fly to the first baseman. And recording the putout was Gavin Blake. So 2 down now for Indian Valley.
It's one of those ones where we can actually make this joke and it makes sense today. It's bringing rain.
Yeah.
Although the Indian Valley faithful and New Philly faithful are hoping it doesn't do that too early.
Right, exactly. Cale Coachman steps in, the senior. Number 19 batting third. Coachman, 324, 3 doubles, 9 RBIs, 8 runs, 6 walks, and 2 steals. So a little bit of everything for the senior Cale Coachman.
I think we have an equipment problem.
Yeah, it looks like we do have, it looks like Fossil with issues. Is it with the helmet?
Yeah,
it was with the helmet.
He flipped off the helmet to go and kind of track that ball. It's a sign of a good catcher, too, going down the first baseline to make sure he's there just in case he's needed. And I think when he flipped it off, either one of the straps broke that holds the back plate on, or I'm not entirely sure what happened, but we go from black to red.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Coachman going to step in again. He's done some work on the mound, too. 26 and 2/3 innings. He's 4-0 on the mound with a save. He's allowed 6 runs, 4 of them earned, 6 walks, 15 strikeouts with a 1.05 ERA. So Cale Coachman been doing a lot of work on the mound as well for the Indian Valley Braves. So the 1-0 to Coachman from Maddox Brown. Another off-speed pitch. Low, but he got the call.
That's a tough one for Coachman to take because you saw exactly where Fossil's glove ended up. But
yeah,
maybe we'll see if the umpire's going to like the at the knees zone.
Well, I mean, it was at the knees, and then it just dropped off the table. So the 1-1 outside got the strike call. And listen, Maddox Brown says, look, if that's where you're going to call it, I'm going to live there all day. The 1-2 with 2 down from Maddox Brown to Cale Coachman. High and outside for ball number 2.
Well, it's interesting for Coachman played offensive line, defensive line for the Braves football team. How many offensive line, defensive linemen do you know who play baseball and play second base?
Right. Actually, it's 1 and 2. Thought it was 2 and 2. Low and outside. Now it's 2 and 2.
No, it's a full now.
It is full.
They
didn't. Okay,
it.
Yeah, you're right. I thought it was. All right.
That's why I'm here for, man. I keep the book for you.
I'm with you. So full count from Maddox Brown to Cale Coachman. Outside and first base runner of the ball game here in the bottom of the first, Cale Coachman draws a walk.
It's kind of an interesting walk there that Coachman drew. I mean, we saw Brown hit that at low and outside corner 2 times in that at bat, and then he doesn't get awarded it for it. Right. That ends up being a walk.
Right. And now coming to the plate, the cleanup hitter, senior Brogan Bircher, bats .472, 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run, 15 RBIs, 11 runs, and 3 walks for the senior, number 24. And, this could be exactly what you need after a 2-out walk.
It could be. As Bircher's first hack there, he was not looking to put it in play. He was looking to put it over by the school buses by the softball field.
Yeah, and I would 100% agree with that. Sliding back into first is Coachman.
Some coaches are big fans of that. It's a first inning. He just issued a walk. Maybe you're going to catch him off guard, and you can really uncork on one.
Listen, he's your cleanup batter. He's there for a reason. Let him go get it. He's got enough RBIs on the year to prove that he's good there. 15 ribbies, I believe that leads the team. So stepping away at first base is Coachman. The 1-1 count to Bircher. Now chasing Coachman back. Ball's going to get away, but it's going to stay right near the first base coach.
That's going to be something interesting to watch, too, for throws down to first, because as you can tell here at Indian Valley, you've got long fences behind you, so the outfielders and everyone else who's going to back up really need to be paying attention.
Yeah, and those balls can funnel right to the outfield real quick. The 1-1, Bircher fouls it off.
Went off speed there, and you saw Bircher waiting on it, so he might have the timing already. And then off speed.
Tapping the bat like, yeah, you got me. Yeah, you got me on that one. 472 average for Bircher. Maddox Brown on the mound for the Quakers. The 1-2 pitch with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Coachman goes high, and Cale Coachman going to be in there with a stolen base.
I'd like to reiterate
again.
He
got a nice jump.
I'd like to reiterate again. He plays tight. Well, I guess it was tight end, but he did play offensive line before, defensive line, and now he's stealing bases and playing second base.
And that's his 3rd of the year now. So Bircher the 2-2. Maddox Brown trying to get out of a little bit of trouble here on this 2-out rally. Outside, ball number 3. So now, if you are Brown, do you stay away from Bircher here and take your chances with Jackson, or no? you go after him and try and punch him out.
I'd say aim for that low inside corner, and if you get it, awesome. If not, you got that base open, and you got to play it any bag.
Payoff pitch, off speed. Bircher drills it to center field, and the right fielder is going to come over and make the snag, which is Carson Long, to retire the side. So no runs on a walk and a hit here in the – no, what? They didn't have a hit.
Just a walk.
Yeah, just a walk. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 0-0 the score from Indian Valley High School. We'll be back on Big Z Sports right after this.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Big Z Sports brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency back here at Indian Valley High School. No score, top of the second inning between the Indian Valley Braves and the New Philadelphia Quakers. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here on Claxon Communications and Big Z Sports. And heading to the plate, the pitcher Maddox Brown, number 9, the senior for the New Philadelphia Quakers to lead off the top of the second inning. He averages 222, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 4 stolen bases for the pitcher.
Pitcher hitting out of the 4-hole. What's that thing to say? Pitchers who rake. I think he can. He falls into that category.
Yeah. I agree with you. Maddox Brown sitting in that number 4 hole. 1 ball here from Parsons. So Braden Parsons, the 0-1 or the 1-0, sorry, is low and out, maybe a little outside. 2-0 the count. More low than anything, I think.
I was going to say, look pretty good in terms of the corners, but just a little bit low maybe. We got time called. And apparently, we've already got a warning into the Indian Valley dugout.
Yeah, I don't think Shannon McComb was very happy with his strike zone, and he said, "Listen, not going to hear it, not going to listen to it."
Either Coach McComb or Coach Bircher in there, I'd imagine.
We're starting off quickly here in the top of the second. So,
well, we always say about you want it called both ways.
Yeah.
And, so far we've seen some low strike called, but the one thing I will say is not many batters are as tall as Brown, so his knees are a little bit higher than the rest of them.
Foul ball down the right field line over the dugout. 2-2 the count on Maddox Brown, the pitcher, the senior. Probably his final game, I would guess, here at Indian Valley High School, as he's going to slap it down the first baseline. Nice stab over there by Sam Zerker, and he'll record the ground out for Maddox Brown.
It's one of those plays when you're a coach and you're watching it happen over there because the way Zerker got that kind of short hop in there, you get nervous, but he clearly handled it well.
Keaton Fossil will come up now, the catcher, the sophomore, of course, the quarterback of the football team, stepped in, in a very difficult role. We'll just put it that way, as he slaps it down the left field line, foul.
Well, he
just look. It was going to be somebody else. It was going to be a starting quarterback. They get hurt, and the sophomore's got to step in. And he really had a pretty good season. And the longer he went, the better he got.
He did. Now stepping in another relief role, going behind the plate.
Keaton Fossil will take strike 1 or strike 2. Sorry.
Noah Bolin being out with injury again, which was something that Coach Weissel just kind of looked at me and said, like, yeah, well, what do we do?
Next man up, right? The 0-2 pitch. Fossil's going to fire it down the first baseline, and it was fouled out and caught by Tanya McComb, the catcher. So the foul out for Keaton Fossil. Owen Courtney, the DH, will come up now. The freshman, the last time we saw him was a week ago. He came on in relief on the mound and did an admirable job as New Philadelphia got the win over Dover last Friday night here on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications. The 0-1 pitch from Braden Parsons to Owen Courtney is fouled off again. It's always nice when you can have a freshman that steps in like Courtney did last week, Nick, you know. My goodness, did he play good ball.
Well, he pitched a gem in relief. I mean, that really, really helped the Quakers out, obviously, with that 6-2 win over Dover. I think the thing that was most impressive to me in terms of Courtney, he came in and there really wasn't any time of an adjustment. He didn't have to come in and kind of get settled in, understand the strike zone. He just kind of walked right in and instantly went to work.
Yes, he did. Braden Parsons, the 0-2 pitch is lined into center field and going to be tracked down and caught by Rafe Bonifay to retire the side. No score here from Indian Valley High School as the rain starts to pick up again. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the top of the third. Back on Big Z Sports right after this.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Michele Ione. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Brought to you by the Altman Hospital. Coverage here on Big Z Sports. Chris Gale, Nick McWilliams here with you. And the rain has picked up just a little bit, but nothing that's going to slow this game down with the turf.
That's pretty good for Jackson Bircher stepping. You get a little Pantera with the rain falling when you step into the plate.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that as the third baseman steps in now. And it is definitely picking up quickly here at Indian Valley High School. Maddox Brown on the mound. Jackson Bircher, the number 5 hitter, third baseman, steps in. And ball in the dirt.
Now you see there is with Brown, he tried to go, it almost looked like his breaking ball. And now whenever you're talking about trying to throw that ball's already getting damp. Yep. Starts making things very difficult.
Jackson Bircher, 278 hitter, 3 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs, 8 runs, and a walk on the air. The 1-1 pitch, foul back to the screen. And again, the rain intensifies and then it lets up quickly. So always a good thing whenever you're sitting here, like we said, with turf. You know, chances of this game continuing are very good unless we get some of that snap, crackle, pop stuff out of the sky.
Well, we're going to just assume that's not going to happen and just enjoy a nice nice game here.
And it has cooled off a little bit. It actually, the temperature outside pretty nice right now.
Yeah, not too bad. And whenever we talk about, the humidity level when it comes to baseball, and again, some people get into real fancy stuff about, well, it affects ball flight and all this other kind of stuff. None of these kids are worrying about that right now. They're just trying to hit. They're trying to hit the doggone ball and throw strikes.
Yeah, at the high school level, we're not worried about water grains in the air and stuff like that.
See, and this is where sometimes I think baseball has gone wrong at the professional. Yes. But that's a different topic for a different time.
No, I get it. Maddox Brown went off speed here to lead things off to Jackson Bircher. Majority of those pitches off speed. We'll see what he has on the 1-2 pitch with no down here in the bottom of the second. And Bircher's going to lace it to center field, and it's going to drop.
Oh,
base hit, and it gets over the head of Caden Stewart. That's going to put Bircher into second. Is he going to stay? He does.
Bircher kind of lost his footing trying to go to
Yeah,
go to
he was tippy-toeing out there as he'll get the single with the and advanced to second on the error.
That error out there, unfortunately for New Philadelphia in center field, and Stewart, he came in and it was a weird in-betweener. That ball took a lot bigger hop than I was expecting it to. You kind of expect it to bounce a lot less considering the grass is already wet.
Yeah, E8 if you're scoring at home.
First hit of the ball game, though.
In the first hit of the ball game. Sophomore Spencer Haney steps in, the shortstop, number 4. Batting .273 on the year, 6 RBIs, 9 runs, 6 walks, and a pair of steals for the sophomore Haney. Maddox Brown on the mound for the New Philadelphia Quakers. And a bunt opportunity skied up. Fossil couldn't find it. He probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. It was way behind him. And the ball's just going to rest very easily on the ledge right there.
I know Fossil's got some wheels. He doesn't quite have those kind of wheels, I don't think.
No. Again, Maddox Brown doing a nice job. He has only given up the 1 earned run and 2 runs altogether. 0-1 on the season. The 0-1 pitch in the bottom of the second inning is bunted lazily to the pitcher. Brown's going to field it, and he fires over, and that's going to score a run on the throwing error by Maddox Brown. And scoring all the way from second is Jackson Bircher. And we're just going to give the 2-bag error to Brown, right? No?
Truthfully, I think Haney had that beat. Even if that doesn't go down, it's going to be, we'll kind of actually see whatever the Indian Valley scoreboard might score it here. But I don't know. Really, where that was placed, Haney could not have put that in a better spot, and he was really getting down the line. It was going to be close. But
so he gets the RBI, right?
He would. Well, if you'd rule that a hit, yes.
I would say we roll it a hit. That's what you said, so I'm going with you.
I don't know why you're trusting me.
We'll roll him. We'll give him the bunt hit, the infield single,
bunt single, advance
the bunt
on
single,
the error.
in advancing on the throwing error was Bircher, but he still picks up the RBI as Haney. So another bunt attempt here by Sam Zerker, the first baseman.
Coach Weissel said before the game for the Quakers that Indian Valley will do this all game long if they get the opportunity to. Yes.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. The 0-1 to Sam Zerker, the first baseman, the senior, number 9. Get to his stats after this pitch. Brown, nice pitch. Another off-speed hook from Maddox Brown.
Zerker was shaking his head, but I don't think he was shaking his head at the call. He was shaking his head because it fell into the zone.
Right. Zerker bats .286, a double 5 ribbies, 5 runs and 5 walks. He also has 6 1/3 at the plate. He's 0-2. Or I'm sorry, 6 1/3, 0-2 on the mound. And struck him out is Maddox Brown. First K of the night, and Sam Zerker goes down.
That's big out for Brown after the mistakes that happen on the field that gets his team behind 1-0. Getting that first punch out of the ball game has to make him feel a little bit more confident.
Senior Kyle Anderson, the DH, steps to the plate. .263 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, 6 runs and a walk. It stands at the plate now, and Brown going to look back.
And
Jackson,
Haney,
rather.
We had our first thunder strike, so here we go to the dugouts.
Yep, and there's the thunder, and here we go to the dugouts. So, play suspended after 2 1/3, or actually 1 1/3, and 1-0 Indian Valley leads. Really wasn't nothing major, but you got to. Well, yeah, I heard it too, and when you hear it, you got to do what you got to do. So
this is always the interesting thing now. Whenever we talk about a delay, obviously we know it's all about player safety, and rightfully so. That's how they should do it. Be that as it may, though, for Indian Valley, they already in the second inning, they were kind of getting something going on offense. Even though they capitalized on some errors, you have to capitalize on the errors. But the batters seem to be connecting with the ball pretty good coming from Brown. But now when you go to the dugout and you kind of get this weird sudden stop, it's almost like they talk about with football with your defense after a turnover, a sudden change situation. How do you respond? So we'll have to see how both sides respond to that. For Brown, does he kind of resettle in, refocus? Or for the Indian Valley offense, do they jump all over him? It's always very interesting.
Yeah, it absolutely is very interesting. And both teams with an error here to start things off in the first inning and a third. The center fielder, the ball kicked up over his head for New Philadelphia, which is Caden Stewart. And then, actually, I take that back. That's 2 errors for New Philadelphia because the ball went up over Stewart's head, and then the pitcher ball was fouled back to or grounded to him, and then Maddox Brown just made a bad throw over to first, which allowed the only run of the game so far, which was Jackson Bircher, who scored from second base after the bunt single by Spencer Haney. And Haney stands at second base right now under this delay as 1 out, 1-0 Indian Valley in front.
Well, and this is the thing that you bring up when it comes to playing small ball, when it comes to sacrifice bunts, when it comes to advancing runners, situational hitting, all the things that we talk about with the game of baseball. Sometimes you're not even necessarily just doing it to actually do it 100% properly. Where that means the sacrifices, that means hitting to the right side of the field in the right situation. It also means just sometimes you can get a defense rattled when they're sitting back, they're waiting for a normal. Well, for instance, for New Philadelphia, trying to get ready for what they expected was going to be a swing from Haney, I would imagine, and then whenever that bunt is placed just so perfectly. And you end up having that throwaway. And sometimes when you're game planning like the Braves are, that's exactly what you're trying to do, and it's worked for them thus far.
Yeah, thus far it has worked. And taking a look at the radar, it just pulled it up. It looks like there's definitely a cell between here and Cambridge that's moving real close over here to kind of our southwest.
Is this your Big Z weather report?
Yeah, this is the Storm Team 9 weather forecast. No, but it looks like there's a cell that's going to move through, and it's going to hit us a little bit. And then there's a lot more back towards Coshocton, back towards Newark.
That's supposed to drive north,
and I think that's supposed to drive north, yeah. So looking at it, once this passes through,
we'll get rain, which is all right.
Yeah, it looks like everything's going to stay to the northwest of us.
We're learning meteorology.
We are. So, when you look at it, we just got nicked by that one thunderstorm. As it rolls through, things kind of dissipate out a little bit, and then we just get a little bit of weather going through. So we'll see what happens. Looks like everybody's still here hanging out. Nobody's in a hurry to get out of here. So we'll monitor things. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout here on Big Z Sports, brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital in a weather delay from Indian Valley High School through 1 1/3 innings. The Braves at bat currently with Spencer Haney standing on second base. Kyle Anderson at the plate with 1 down. Here in the bottom of the second inning, the Indian Valley Braves lead 1-0. We'll be back on Big Z Sports right after this.
Is your commercial roof leaking and causing damage, but you can't afford to fully replace your roof? WM Commercial Roofing believes in finding solutions that will work best to fit both your budget and your needs. We customize repair and maintenance plans that will fix your roof leaks and extend the life of your roof so that you can have peace of mind. WM Commercial Roofing. Commercial roofing you can trust. Check us out at WMCommercialRoofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Amici's Pizza congratulates the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves for their outstanding years and wish them all the best. Amici's Pizza serves your favorite traditional pizzas and specialty pizzas. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Pizza is loved by most. It's been around for years. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette and now in Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small town price.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch. We're your local guys for all your propane needs. You can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is a name you trust. All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. 1-0 Braves lead. We are in a lightning delay, weather delay after 1 1/3 innings here. Currently the Indian Valley Braves still at bat. Kyle Anderson at the plate as we just get another flash of lightning. Spencer Haney over at second base. So reset that to 30 minutes, Nick.
Well, the bright side is again, as we've mentioned, after this first cell pushes through, that's pretty far away still if you heard from where the lightning was.
If you go by the rule of thumb, do you count?
Yeah, I count.
That's what I do too. Yeah. So that was a good 5-6 mile away at least.
Well, that would be good because that means the center is 5 or 6 miles away and hopefully
going
that way, getting away from us. But the bright side about this is it's supposed to push through. And again, this turf infield, that's the wonderful part about whenever you get that with baseball. I've always been kind of on the fence with it. I grew up always playing in dirt, obviously.
Yep.
And I had played on turf before, wasn't really a big fan of it. But then I think about this, and we talk about the potential if you can put these kids in the dugout and you can wait 20 minutes or so after the storm's passed and jump them back out onto the field. It's wonderful, really.
Well, let's just put it this way. As hard as it rained, I would be very, very doubtful.
It'd be soup.
Yeah, I would be very doubtful that we would be going back and doing a baseball game here this evening after that. But you look down at the turf and, man, these things drain nice. They look nice. Everything's good. And, when you look over at the softball field, it's very wet over there. You can just tell.
But you turf on the way for the softball field very soon.
Well, and I think that's an OHSAA rule now.
It is.
So Dover should be getting turf as well on the girls' side of things. But, I think it's after the third year, right?
It's something like that.
So
we'd have to
within
look
3
at it.
years, I think, something like that. But I think it's a great thing. Look, this is the benefit when it rains like this. Yes, it does take a little bit sharper of a hop and those sort of things. But you know what? There's a lot of major league teams and college teams that play on turf. So
it always is interesting, though, because I know for me, at least, having been a catcher, whenever the moment I'd get out on the field after we'd warm up and everything, get a little bit of a sweat going, I'd rub the back of my neck, rub my hand in the dirt, wipe it on my pants, and then I'd feel like I'd have that good grip on the ball whenever it'd be thrown down to second, thrown back to the pitcher even. But now, obviously, you don't have that, so I always am intrigued how that affects the kids. But then again, if you hit a certain point when you're born and you come up and you're just playing on turf, maybe you're used to it. Doesn't matter.
Well, I don't think the kids are there yet.
No,
because
not
they're
yet.
still.
It's going to be a couple years.
Yeah, it's going to be a few years yet because even at the travel level, when you get up into middle school, high school range and stuff. It's still not quite it's still not quite all turf at a lot of these tournaments, but most are going to that. And you can throw in the debate, right? Is it more injury prone? It doesn't give as much. Spikes can get caught. Well, they don't really wear spikes much on this. I think they're wearing shoes or really low cut spikes.
It's something I don't know, honestly.
The bottom line is injuries can happen at any point in time on any surface.
As much as we don't like them to,
right.
it can happen.
There is benefits of using turf fields, and this is going to be one of them. It looks like the rain has almost stopped, stopped.
We've pretty much got sun coming back out again
Yeah,
already.
I mean, if you look down at the puddles, I'm seeing nothing. So it's just a matter of now you can see all the rain that's moved over kind of left field, over past the softball field and whatnot, over the town of Janayton to our left. And I'll tell you what, it's, moving down towards Uricksville and all that good stuff, and it's moving away from here, and it's bright to the right.
I'm peeking back wherever the storm actually initially came from. We got sunshine. Clouds, but mostly sunshine. So realistically, that last thunder strike, I think I heard 5 minutes ago maybe, so we really should be able to get back to baseball before too long.
Yeah, about about another 10 minutes. They can send them out, warm up a little bit here, and I don't know if they have to be off the field for 30 minutes or if they can go out and warm up after a certain amount of time. I do remember the parameters.
Believe it is off for a specific amount of time before you can re-enter the field.
Okay. And I know the Thunder's different than what the Lightning is. The Lightning's 30 minutes. The Thunder's 15. But
it's something like that.
It's something like that.
We're not perfect on this. We don't go. The fortunate thing is we don't get a ton of delays.
First time it's happened this year, right, on Big Z Sports. The first one, like we started doing games, 2 years ago?
I think Adam said we did have one early this season where they ran into this.
So 2 years ago is when we first started. So this is our third year Big Z Sports is doing baseball and softball. And this is we've had rain before. We've had games canceled before. This is the first time that I've been in a lightning delay in the middle of a game.
Well, this is the first time I would say that I've ever been in this kind of situation when, oh, no, we're fine. Go ahead. Well, shouldn't say the first time, but compared to the last time I was in a situation where the game, it didn't even get delayed.
Right.
We still played it, and it was 38 degrees and sleet. But
I would rather not do that.
You know how happy Lydia Brady is for Claxon Communications behind us right now that all of her equipment is dry up here in the press box?
Well, it is dry, and that's the nice thing about it, like we talked about, all the friendly confines of Indian Valley High School. I mean, I have a chair to sit on. You don't. You got the young legs.
Oh, no, I
you
haven't.
Can stand.
I don't have a chair. You're right.
But LB stuff is all dry. Our butts are dry. The only ones that are wet are Perk and Natalie, and they're expendable.
Well, I noticed that Natalie does have a poncho or something on now, so that's good. She's staying dry. But I'm going to tell you what, we still got a little bit of time for this delay. Chris, I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to go head down to the concession stand before we get restarted.
It smells really good. I don't know if the wife's cooking any dinner or what she was planning on doing, but
I've been promised chicken nuggets when I go home, so I mean that's
chicken nuggies.
Yeah.
You getting chicken nuggies?
I'm 27 years old and going to have the dinner of a third grader, but that's okay. I appreciate that.
Listen.
My wife's probably listening right now and just went, my phone's going to ring once we go to break.
My daughter's boyfriend loves chicken tenders. He'll get them anywhere you go. Instead of getting a burger, he's getting chicken tenders. That's how he bases his restaurants off of, is best chicken tenders. I'm like, whatever, dude. Get a steak, get a burger, eat meat, All
it's still meat. It's just poultry.
It is. Chris Gale, Nick McWilliams here with you. Still in a rain delay. 1 1/3 down here from Indian Valley High School. Braves lead 1-0. They're at the plate. A runner on second. And looks like the skies are brightening to the right, which would be the west. It looks like the rain and storms have passed over towards Uricksville. So we'll return to the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios here at Indian Valley High School after this timeout.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
This is Tuscarawas County Detective Lieutenant Adam Fisher. Underage drinking is illegal. As a parent, you cannot allow your child's underage friends to possess or consume alcohol on your property, not under any circumstance. As a law enforcement officer, I can confiscate any alcohol, money, or property used in committing this offense. Plus, you place yourself at legal risk for being sued.
This message brought to you by the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll County.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Big Z Sports coverage of high school baseball continues. Still under a little bit of a weather delay. The umpires kind of looking around here at Indian Valley High School. Shouldn't be too much longer that they allow the teams to go out and start warming up, as we will continue this game with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Indian Valley leading 1-0 over the New Philadelphia Quakers. Both teams kind of standing at the tops of the dugout, getting ready to hopefully come out and start to warm things up. The umpires kind of looking at the skies, and I think they're seeing what we see, that the bad stuff kind of moved past. They are looking at one other spot, maybe back towards the high school. But overall, Nick McWilliams, I mean, I think that I think they're going to be able to play ball.
There's just one cloud that's hanging just behind the high school right now that they're just taking a look at and making sure, they're not going to see any lightning or something come out of that. Because the last thing you want to do is get all these kids back out there, get them all warmed up. All right, play ball, never mind, back to the dugout.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, the umpire's doing a nice job here, of making sure, obviously, the first priority is the safety of the kids on the field and the players. coaches, the fans. That's the number one priority for this, and we got to make sure everything's kosher. But head coach Tyler Weissel out there talking to the umpires, and I guess we'll just wait and see. I mean, you haven't seen lightning in a while.
You think Coach Weissel's like, hey, man, we're going to be coming back. We're back on defense and everything. So tell me, where's my pitcher need to put it? What do you want? Where do you want it to go?
No,
just joking, of course.
No, I know. To be honest with you, Maddox Brown doing a nice job on the mound of, throwing a lot of off-speed stuff here, whether it's the hook or whether it's just a change low and away. He's doing a good job of mixing things up. And, his counterpart on the other side is there just kind of throwing the softball around.
Well, I think they're writing stuff
messages?
on it. I think they are.
Okay, well, they might be. And of course, Braden Parsons doing a good job on the other side with the lead so far.
This is a fun thing to see, though, when it comes to high school sports. And, sometimes with your rivalries, this obviously doesn't happen. But whenever it's maybe not your rival, just the communication. A lot of these kids know each other from playing in various other leagues.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Gavin Blake who's got the ball right now. And I think they're writing something on it, and they're going to throw it back to the Indian Valley dugout.
Well, so we'll see if LB can capture this little shenanigans forthcoming, as Conley would say. We'll see. Here it goes.
No shenanigans ever happen on a baseball diamond, let me tell you.
So they're throwing it back over.
They're throwing it, and picking it up is – who was it for Indian Valley?
Rafe
Bonifay. Picked it up.
So we'll see.
And they're reading it. So, yes, that's exactly
and they're
what they're
reading
doing.
it. Now they're laughing. Hopefully it's all clean.
Maddox Brown out front just laughing.
Hopefully it's all clean fun.
Well, for
I know
them it is.
I know what I would be doing, but I would draw pictures, stick figures.
Yeah, you'd get yourself into trouble.
Probably would, but nonetheless, now Shannon McComb comes out as well, and he's talking to Tyler Weissel and the umpires. And again, the bad stuff that they're looking at and pointing at is well over left field down towards Yerkesville, down 36. And Nick's going to take a trip over and look out the window in the back here to see what it looks like from the west and southwest. But definitely lighter here, and it is currently not raining. So what do you think? You took a peek there. Meteorologist Nick McWilliams.
It doesn't look any worse than when we started back that direction. So if that gives you anything.
Yeah, is it enough to get you – what do they got to get through to have it a complete game? 5?
I think it's 5 complete, yeah.
I think it's 5 complete. I don't know.
Well,
look, if we're going to be here for a while, I'm going to have to do what you did and go down and get something to eat. Get me some chicky nuggies.
I would recommend the Coney. Ooh, I almost throw that out
That
the
would have
window.
been awesome. Hey, now here's a good one. Do you think you can throw it up over the fence from here and maybe hit Blue out there?
I'm not going to. Yeah,
no, you can't because you couldn't get the reach. You couldn't get the reach with the window.
You underestimate how much movement I can put on a wrapped up tinfoil Coney dog wrapper. I could probably get it. Well, I'd have to throw it perfectly, but get it right through the wire.
There you go. Yes, folks, we are killing time. It is live TV, live radio, and LB doesn't have that many spots to play anymore because we've already had quite a bit of delay here.
So the one thing I will say, and we had mentioned this earlier, but I kind of want to reiterate this now as we enter this part of the delay. We obviously are getting closer now to coming back onto the field. I think that's all they're waiting on right now. There goes the softball again. I think that's all they're waiting on right now is because Blue has to wait until that timer is up, and of course they're looking around, listening for thunder, looking for lightning. Now we've kind of hit the point where you start wondering with a weather delay when it comes to these high school kids. You're trying to keep their attention. You want to make sure they stay locked in.
No, you don't say.
Yeah, so now you kind of start wondering, all right, who's going to respond well when we come out of the dugouts here? But, it isn't good fun. And, again, we love seeing these two teams kind of interact and just joking back and forth, tossing the message-filled softball back and forth. But, as a coach, you got to try to keep your players locked in and paying attention. That's a lot easier said than done. I know. Look, there goes the softball again.
Well, you have more seniors starting this game for Indian Valley than you do for New Philadelphia. Only 3 seniors for the Quakers starting. So, if you want to look at that aspect of things, then maybe your senior leaders need to take over a little bit in the clubhouse and talk to the younger ones, but Indian Valley threw the softball back, so now they're New Philadelphia has the softball.
I'm not
going
to ask them when we're on air because I'm going to tell them I'm not going to put it on air. But guys, what were you saying back and forth? I really want to know.
I am very curious. Like you said, a lot of these kids know each other because they play travel ball moving up through.
And you think of how close these districts touch each other.
Yeah, and they used to be rivals, as far as ECOL rivals back, several years ago now. But they're definitely having fun here,
which is good,
during this rain delay.
That's what sports are all about.
And that's what it's all about. It looks like the fans are kind of returning to their seats over here behind home plate. Umpire still looking down the left field line, looking back behind home plate. And it is a little darker behind Indian Valley High School now, but light here at the stadium. No rain in, say, probably close to 20 minutes now. It hasn't rained. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to go ahead and take another break. Again, bottom of the second inning. Indian Valley leads 1-0, 1 out, runner on second, and at the plate for the Indian Valley Braves is Kyle Anderson, the DH. What do you got?
I do have to say Coach Bircher was on the phone for Indian Valley, was on the phone. He said he was talking to somebody who said, that's already past Uricksville, whoever I just talked to. And he's telling Blue that, trying to get him to move this game along.
Well, but I mean, so that's what me and Lydia were just talking about whenever you went down to get a hot dog. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that, that I look at. Like, listen, Blue's doing the right thing. They're doing what they should be doing. But is the gamer in me, kind of looks down, and now the team's allowed to go out and warm up. So we've hit that 20-minute mark since the last lightning strike or thunder, and they're allowing them to go out and warm up. They'll probably take a 10-minute warm up, is my guess. But no, I was saying that's my frustration when you know that the thunder and lightning is gone and it's moving well away from you. You just want to play ball, and I understand.
Rules are rules for a reason.
Absolutely.
Keeping everybody safe, but obviously with the 10-minute warm-up period, I think we're going to end up having to have Lydia play some spots and go ahead and have you hook up with a Coney or something here because, again, as we have mentioned, how long it's been, you got to get these players back. And one of the worst things you can do if you're an athlete, whether you're playing softball or baseball, you've went through a delay, you have already warmed up before the game. You go and sit in the dugout for a while, and when you go out to warm up again, you're just like, I'm good, man, and you just barely throw. Well, you're going to find really quick how quick you've tightened up.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't need a Coney. I won't tell you, but I may or may not have stopped somewhere on the way home from Y-Town this afternoon. So, I had a little something.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we'll be back to the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios here at Indian Valley High School. Again, Braves lead 1-0, bottom of the second inning, one down. Under a weather delay, Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams, Claxon Communications, Big Z Sports, back after this.
I'm Dr. Michele Iona. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing, whether it's for service or full replacement. WM Commercial Roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Amici's Pizza congratulates the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves for their outstanding years and wish them all the best. Amici's Pizza serves your favorite traditional pizzas and specialty pizzas. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Pizza is loved by most. It's been around for years. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette and now in Janaden Hutton. Big city taste for a small town price.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there's nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Big Z Sports, Claxon Communications, back here at Indian Valley High School. All brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Hospital. Our mobile studio is PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. And our pregame interviews of both coaches, all brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank. The Wood Electric pregame show all wrapped up, and we're just waiting on this weather delay from Indian Valley High School. Bottom of the second inning. The Braves lead the New Philadelphia Quakers 1-0 with one out in the bottom of the inning. Runner on second base for Indian Valley and their designated hitter at the plate. Still hasn't rained in about a half hour or so. Lightning and thunder about 20 to 25 minutes ago. So players are on the field warming up, kind of getting loose. The Braves getting ready to head back to the dugout. Looks like New Philadelphia will as well here in just a minute. So we should be back underway. Again, we're just kind of stalling time, paying the bills here from Indian Valley High School. Nick headed down to get another Coney dog, I think. Everything really good here at Indian Valley High School. We appreciate everybody joining in and listening. Hopefully you'll be able to go back and watch this and just fast forward through the commercials. But your starting lineups tonight brought to you by the WM Commercial Roofing Company. All instant replays brought to you by Advancing Athletics. And then coming up in our Keim postgame show, we will announce our McInturf Realty Player of the Game coming up in just a little bit. Again, bottom of the second inning, Indian Valley leads New Philadelphia 1-0 with a runner on second base, one out, the DH at the plate for Indian Valley. We're going to continue to pay some bills while we wait on this weather to pass. Shouldn't be too much longer here from Indian Valley High School on Big Z Sports.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Keim, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch. We're your local guys for all your propane needs. You can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way with TMK, personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
This is Tuscarawas County Detective Lieutenant Adam Fisher. Underage drinking is illegal. As a parent, you cannot allow your child's underage friends to possess or consume alcohol on your property, not under any circumstance. As a law enforcement officer, I can confiscate any alcohol, money, or property used in committing this offense. Plus, you place yourself at legal risk for being sued.
This message brought to you by the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll County.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Big Z Sports back at Indian Valley High School, just about ready to get back underway.
Thank God we got back when we did, because Chris Carroll was starting karaoke.
1-0 Indian Valley leads. We've been under a thunder/lightning delay for almost 40 minutes now. And at the plate, Kyle Anderson, the DH for the Indian Valley Braves with 1 out. Spencer Haney stands down at second base. And Maddox Brown on the mound with 1 strikeout for the New Philadelphia Quakers. The no count so far on Anderson. As soon as he stepped up, it started to pour.
There was a pitch thrown, but I guess not.
Yeah, as soon as he stepped to the plate, the thunder kicked off, and things quickly escalated to a downpour.
That's a funny thing for your DH coming up to the plate and the thunder strikes right as he steps into the batter's box.
The only thing better would have been if AC/DC was on the on the PA outside.
I was thinking like Garth Brooks' Thunder Rolls or something. But
I was thinking of Thunderstruck, but I guess we're with Z Country and probably should be a country singer, right? The throwdown from catcher Keaton Fossil, and we're just about ready to go. Kyle Anderson is the DH, batting for pitcher Braden Parsons. Cam Guspett due up in the 9 spot. And then we would go to the top of the order with Rafe Bonifay. So, first pitch to Kyle Anderson after a approximate 40-minute rain delay, and we're back underway. As Spencer Haney down at second base for the Braves. He got the bunt single and, got over to second on the throwing error that scored the run, and that was Jackson Bircher that scored. So the 0-1 from Maddox Brown to Kyle Anderson. Off speed in the dirt. Good stop there by Keaton Fossil, keeping Haney at second base. Kyle Anderson, 263 hitter, a pair of home runs, 10 ribbies, 6 runs, and a walk on the year so far through 13 games.
Fossil, that's a good block, especially considering his home field is not turf. He was able to handle that hop.
And that's a good point. New Philadelphia used to playing they played Dover on Friday. They played a couple games on turf, but overall their home field is dirt, and it makes a difference.
Fossil not your primary catcher either.
And not your primary catcher, exactly. So the 1-2 count, one down here in the bottom of the second inning. Kyle Anderson at the plate. Brown's pitch fouled off, another off-speed pitch. Guspit runs up to looked like he was going to field that ball with the locks a flowing, we'll say.
Locks a flow. I'm trying to think. He reminded me of something with those, and I can't remember who.
He doesn't look like Sunshine Ronnie Bass because he's got like darker hair. The 1-2 pitch from Maddox Brown. And he's going to look back. Haney over at second base.
You said darker hair. I thought Guspit had red hair.
Well, I thought he had red hair too, but it doesn't look like red from here. It looks more brown. Maybe he dyed it.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm just saying. Maybe he did. What, a guy can't dye his hair now?
Oh, no, he can.
The 1-2 pitch from Brown to Anderson. Away, evens the count at 2s.
Now we're getting the wind picking back up, and we're even getting it in the press. But we can't get away from the wind,
Yeah,
man.
I know. But we're blocked by it a lot. It's definitely dropped at least 10, 15 degrees.
Look at where the flag in center field, where it's going. It's blowing straight out to center, so I'm interested to see how far the ball is going to want to carry.
Yeah, it's definitely going to carry if it goes out there.
Outfielder's only medium depth.
2-2 pitch from Maddox Brown. Outside, runs it full.
There's been a kind of a reoccurring issue for Brown through the first inning and a third. He's gotten a couple 0-2, 1-2 counts, but then he seems to kind of miss the zone later on, or to get later on into the count, I should say.
Yeah, he does good early in the count, and then he loses hitters, seems like. The payoff pitch. Grounded back to the pitcher, going to get through him over to the shortstop, and a nice play there by the shortstop, Kane Audie. And Audie, only the freshman, records the out, and that puts 2 down with a runner at third as Haney moves over to third.
It's a positive play for both sides because you say Anderson did his job, move that runner up one more base, but for the new Philadelphia Quakers, I mean, not really a chance to get Haney as he advanced on that. Obviously the ball on the ground, and he knew it was a slow roller past the pitcher, so see if Guspit can take advantage. Only has to put just a little poke in the outfield.
The lefty steps in. First pitch to him, high and away. Guspit, a 294 hitter, a double, 6 RBI, 6 runs, and a steal. He also went 4 2/3 innings so far on the mound, allowed 9 runs, 3 earned with 10 walks and a 4.5 ERA. Brown, a big hook there, and misses the zone, so 2-0 to Guspit.
Backdoor breaking ball couldn't quite hit the edge. That would be a very nice pitch if he can get back in this on a 2-2 count.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, did it hit him? Hurting Nick there. Yes, he did. Shoulder. So Guspit gets on just a little nick, and that's going to move us to the top of the order. And Rafe Bonifay, the senior, 0 for 1, flied out to left field.
Even with 2 outs here, wouldn't be stunned to see Guspit in motion try to influence a throw down from Fossil.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually, it looks like Coach Weissel for New Philadelphia was kind of calling something out. I wonder if they're almost kind of preparing for that.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Bonifay at the plate. Maddox Brown, first pitch to him. 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning, 2 on. And Brown finds the strike zone there to get ahead in the count.
Certainly didn't look like Guspet was going there.
No, he was really close. Haney at third, Guspet at second, Bonifay at the plate, strike two rather.
That big bend from Brown.
I mean, it's a big hook, isn't it? He got that big old bender. So the 0-2 pitch, Brown needs this one big time. See if he can deliver. He's lost hitters late in the count. Way ahead here, and he's going to throw over, and
Beautiful.
they get Guspet into a rundown.
Oh, my goodness.
Safe, and it's going to score the run. Nice job. Good coaching and base running as Cam Guspet gets the steal. And Spencer Haney with the steal and the score.
You know, judging by the way Guspet handled that, I almost feel like Indian Valley wanted that.
Yeah, I absolutely think that that's
pickoff.
exactly what they were looking for. And they baited Brown into it as he gets the hook and maybe a little away.
Inside.
Didn't
seem
Thought it
too
fell
high.
off the table.
Yeah. I'm just guessing. We've got a weird angle.
Yeah, we do have a weird angle. So Maddox Brown on the mound, trailing 2-0, 2 down, and Bonifay asks for time. He'll step back in. Cam Guspet down at second base after drawing the pickoff play that ended up scoring the run. And the big hook, strike three for Maddox Brown as he gets his second strikeout. And Rafe Bonifay goes down looking. So after 2 innings, the Braves tack on 1 run. After the weather delay, they lead 2-0 as we move to the top of the third here from Indian Valley High School and Big Z Sports.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Big Z Sports welcomes you back to Indian Valley High School, courtesy of Altman Hospital, to the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios high above Braves Field here. And Chris Kell, Nick McWilliams here with you. And Nick, we were talking about it during break, and good base running, good coaching by Indian Valley gets the run. Despite Bonifay striking out at the top of the order, Cam Guspet, whether he did it on his own or whether that was just good coaching, ended up getting the run across the plate due to getting caught in that rundown and stealing a base.
Yeah, you might say in that scenario where there's 2 outs, what are you doing? Well, you're taking a risk. You're taking a calculated risk. New Philadelphia in that inning before we had the delay was a little bit rattled for a couple throwing errors, and you're just taking the risk early on to try to get those extra insurance runs. I mean, you can never have too many of those, and already having a 2-0 lead at home going into the third inning, you got to be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, Spencer Haney gets his 3rd stolen base and 10th run of the year to put Indian Valley up. And moving on to the new Philadelphia Quakers, Brant Wells, the second baseman, takes strike 1, bounced in for ball 1 to even the count from Braden Parsons.
I will say there was a little action from the Quakers bullpen over there before we got this inning started. I think it might have been Aiden Baker who was warming up.
Just outside 2-1 from Parsons to Brant Wells. Wells a 194 hitter, 1 double, 3 RBIs, 5 runs, 5 walks, pair of steals. Also has 8 1/3 on the mound this year as he waves at that one way outside. Kind of hits himself on the head there. He knew that he was just trying to get a piece of that one. 2-2 count to Brant Wells. And Wells going to go down swinging. So first strikeout for Braden Parsons. Up now, Mason Katerina, the third baseman, sophomore.
I hope we're not pronouncing it wrong, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I hope we're not either, but if we are, apologize. He's averaging 250 on the year, a pair of runs and a walk so far for Katerina. Ball outside. 1-0 the count.
That had to be just a little bit low for that 2-0 count on that second ball right there.
Yeah.
Look down the pipe, but just an inch low.
2-0, 3-0. 3-0 to Mason Katerina. Parsons trying to come back in this one. He does, gets that 3-1 count, first strike. The 3-1 pitch from Parsons. Strike two. Battled back to even the count, and we'll see if he can get the sophomore here to put 2 outs on the board for Indian Valley. No runners on, top of the third inning. And Katerina blasted to center field, almost got up in that wind. The wind kind of died down a little bit there. You can see the pole in straight center field not moving very much. And a nice job by Bonifay to track that one and easily make the put out of Katerina, who goes 0 for 1 with a fly out. Caden Stewart, the center fielder, up now in the 9 hole. 258, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 6 runs, 2 walks, 16 strikeouts at the plate, though, for Stewart. And he's not going to strike out that time. 1 pitch swinging right back to Rafe Bonifay, and that's going to retire the sides. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Braves lead the New Philadelphia Quakers 2-0 back for the bottom of the third inning after this on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications.
I'm Dr. Michele Iono. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Is your commercial roof leaking and causing damage, but you can't afford to fully replace your roof? WM Commercial Roofing believes in finding solutions that will work best to fit both your budget and your needs. We customize repair and maintenance plans that will fix your roof leaks and extend the life of your roof so that you can have peace of mind. WM Commercial Roofing. Commercial roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Big Z Sports back to the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios here at Indian Valley High School. Again, thank you for joining us. Had that weather delay of about 40 minutes. The pregame dugout interviews brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank in the Wood Electric pregame show here this afternoon. Chris Kell, Nick McWilliams here with you as we move back to the Indian Valley Braves at the plate. Tanya McComb 0 for 1, an infield flyout in his first at bat. Braves lead 2-0. Maddox Brown on the mound. Big hook again, and another sky shot by Tanya McComb, and Brown's going to make the put out. So 2 high infield flyouts for Tanya McComb.
That was a little less high.
It was a little less high. The moonshot on the first one down to the first baseline. McComb will trot back to the dugout. That will bring up Cale Coachman, the second baseman. He walked and stole a base in the first. Brown, another big hook for strike number 1. When he's locating it, it's hard to hit that big cutter.
The only thing I'll say about that is Brown does throw it quite a bit, so I would imagine these Indian Valley batters are at some point really going to start keying on that. I mean, we saw, I can't remember if it was Coachman or it was somebody in that lineup, maybe Jackson Bircher, who were really starting to key on it.
Coachman does hit it down to third baseman, and over is Katarina, and he's going to make the put out. Nice play. Way to stay with it down there for the sophomore, Mason Katarina at third base. And, did exactly what you're taught to do. Keep in front of the ball. He didn't come up with it with the glove. It hit the body, dropped right in front of him, made a perfect throw to first base.
Yeah, and, you got to have patience in that scenario. I mean, Coachman did get a pretty good bat on that, so what did get to him quickly. He knew he had time. He knew he could take his time when he came up and throw through. Sometimes you'll see those overthrows on that because players want to panic, and they think they have to get it down there immediately. So that's just a good veteran play from third.
Senior Brogan Bircher up now 0 for 1 flying out the right field. Last time up, 2 down in the bottom of the third inning. Another hook at the feet of Bircher. 2-0 from Maddox Brown. Nice pitch there on the outside corner. Little high and away. Caught Bircher.
I don't know which coach it was in the Indian Valley dugout, but they were not happy about him going for that one.
The 2-1 from Brown to Bircher. High and outside. They call that a strike?
No.
I was going to say, the board's wrong. So if you're Bircher, you probably should be standing at first base right now if you wouldn't have threw the bat out at that one. And outside, he's going to sit down there as well. As another second walk of the afternoon as Brogan Bircher will take one. Jackson Bircher, the sophomore, he's 1 for 1 with a single. Advanced to second on the error from center field, and then scored on a throwing error from pitcher Maddox Brown.
That was that weird hop. He had a nice line drive, but it just came off the glove of Stewart in center field, went right over his head. So still a nice single for Bircher, who was really seeming like he was seeing the ball well after about 5 pitches in the last at-bat.
Brogan Bircher leads off at first, and a big swing and a miss as Brown ahead in the count. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Maddox Brown on the hill for the new Philadelphia Quakers delivers strike 2. Brown checks over on Bircher on first base. And he'll deliver the 0-2 pitch to Jackson on the outside. It's going to get away from Keaton Fossil and allow Brogan Bircher down on the pass ball.
Pass ball, wild pitch. The scenario there for Brown, I think maybe on the 0-2 was trying to place it just a little bit too perfect to try to bait Bircher into going for it.
Yeah, I give it the pass ball because I think Keaton could have got over there and at least threw the body on it.
Umpire discretion.
Right. Well, I gave you the other one. I'm calling this one. So
it's all right. Someone somewhere is going to tell us we're wrong on both
exactly. It's fine. So the 1-2 from Maddox Brown. The big hook on the outside, couldn't get it, and runs the count even at 2. And time. Jackson Bircher calls time at the plate. He steps out. Take a couple choppy swings, and he'll step back in. The right-handed sophomore playing third base. Maddox Brown, the 2-2 pitch. The hook is fouled off into the Indian Valley dugout. So we'll see if Brown can get the punch out here, looking for his 3rd K on the afternoon. Just a piece from Jackson Bircher.
Fossil's mad at himself. thought he could have got that one. I think it might have came in and hit his legs.
I was going to say, I think he got a piece of that one.
Sure enough, I think it did go to his leg.
Yeah, might have got him on the knee.
Or somewhere else.
Or somewhere else. All right, either or. He is not a happy camper.
From personal experience, that's not fun.
No, it's not fun. No, I get it. 2-2 from Maddox Brown. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's awful nice of Jackson Bircher there to
He's
give Keaton Fossil a little more time. You know,
we'll say that's what he was doing.
It was the manly thing to do.
We'll say that's what he was doing.
Brown thought about throwing over. Probably a wise choice. Wise choice to eat that one, as Wells wasn't there. And now laced into left field. Is that going to score a run? Coming up, firing. Play at the plate is going to be offline, and Fossil going to throw it on to second, and he's going to get the out at second base. But the run scores. Indian Valley leads 3-0 as nice base running there by Brogan Bircher to come all the way around from second base. A good throw from Max Steele, just a little offline, and Keaton Fossil made the put up down at second base. 3-0 Braves in front. Back after this on Big Z Sports.
Amici's Pizza congratulates the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves for their outstanding years and wish them all the best. Amici's Pizza serves your favorite traditional pizzas and specialty pizzas. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Pizza is loved by most. It's been around for years. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette and now in Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small town price.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Studios here from Indian Valley High School. Big Z Sports coverage of high school baseball brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you. Of course, Lydia Brady running all the controls on the cameras. Tonight here is Greg Perkins and Natalie Holbrook of Claxon Communications. We appreciate them as always as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the fourth inning, sorry.
It's actually doing that to tell you top of the order, too, but, close
yeah,
enough.
Well, yeah, top of the order, too, right? Leading things off, Carson Long, the right fielder. He is 0 for 1, flied out to center field. Braden Parsons on the mound. Parsons doing a nice job. He's got the 3-0 lead. 1-1 count.
Good to see the track meet getting back underway, too.
Yeah,
exactly. Just heard the starting pistol.
Yep, you can see him over there running at beautiful Indian Valley Stadium.
Oh, you poor souls.
Brotherhood HVAC Stadium, I should say.
Bright side is for them, it's about 15 degrees cooler to go running around now.
Yeah. You don't want it too cold, though. I don't like running in the cold. Of course, I don't run anywhere. Unless if I'm running, you better be running. As Carson Long lines out to Cale Coachman.
Long put a pretty good bat on that one, and he went with where the pitch was. It was the outside corner, just couldn't elevate enough.
That'll bring up Max Steele with 1 out. He's 0 for 1, grounded out in the first inning.
We'll say here, Chris, big gap for right center for Steele. They're hugging more of the line over and right with Guspet.
He's going to try the bunt attempt down the third base line, and it's going to roll foul.
Teams are really good about understanding the tendencies of where these guys bat in the lineup, so I'll put my faith in Gus, but more action in the New Philadelphia bullpen. Actually, New Philadelphia bullpen back there.
Parsons has that one drilled to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit for Max Steele.
Okay, maybe that's why they gave the gap in right center. They knew it was going to left center.
So Max Steele with the single with one down here in the top of the fourth. Gavin Blake 0 for 1 with a ground out to first base.
He had that unfortunate check swing where it just...
Yeah, that's right.
He could not do that again and
No.
place it that perfectly down the line again.
No, first baseman Sam Zerker never even moved. Outside, they're going to throw back down, and sliding back in is Max Steele. Only a sophomore. Gavin Blake, the junior first baseman.
Former McInturf Really Player of the Game.
Yes, yeah, just a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Had himself a real nice game over at Dover City Park a week ago. Nice pitch by Braden Parsons there to even the count at ones. One out. With a 3-0 lead for Indian Valley here at home. Max Steele leading away from first base for the Quakers. And outside, you heard Blue. He said 2-1.
We did. I don't know if that picked it up on here or not.
I mean, I would say if they heard it as clear as bell there, I would say you probably heard it on the call. Parsons, the 2-1 pitch. Stealing his steal. And he's pegged at second base. See what I did there? Max stole or got caught stealing.
It's interesting how Parsons and McComb are communicating there. You know, almost all 3 pitches in a row from Parsons were high outside. They were almost like pitch outs, just waiting for Steele pretty much to run, it seemed like.
Right.
Never mind, I'll miss there again.
Blake's going to take the walk. So Gavin Blake down to first base. And, you know, New Philadelphia might have had a little something going with first and second and only 1 out, but now they've just got Blake down at first base with 2 down, with Maddox Brown, the pitcher, at the plate. Ooh.
Maybe a touch low, maybe a touch outside.
I don't know what else he could have done there if you're Parsons, as he fires quickly over to first. Man, he doesn't even get set up, nothing on the mound. He just fires straight over. Very unconventional move to first base. As he'll deliver here, and Brown's going to lace it into center field. And now the New Philadelphia Quakers got a little something going at first and second, but they got 2 down. And again, huge, the caught stealing by Max Steele there.
Well, it could be, but, you know, 2 out base knocks really can benefit you, especially when you're down 3-0. I'm going to give credit to Brown because his first at bat through, it was Parsons who was attacking the lower part of the zone for him. And, you know, eventually, I think, coming through the second time around, he knew exactly where it was going to go, did a wonderful job of elevating that ball out of the infield.
So now bringing up Keaton Fossil, the sophomore, who's been pressed into duty after Noah Bolin, the junior, got hurt earlier this week. So Fossil behind the dish, and now a chance to pick up a couple ribbies here as he fans it. The first pitch from Parsons.
Parsons looked like he took something off and put it in the dirt.
Fossil does have 3 RBIs on the season and a triple. Boy, they would really like that now if you're head coach Tyler Weisel. He could use a little triple action going here.
It was a heck of a block for McComb. That ball, where it bounced, where it went, was about halfway into the left-handed batter's box, and he somehow got over and got his chest in front of it.
A lot of gamesmanship over there between the shortstop and second baseman and Gavin Blake. Spencer Haney and Cale Coachman playing games down there. I like it. I love to see that. Trying to make sure that Blake stays close. He gets away a little bit and evening the count at the plate is Fossil.
Well, you know something about that, too, is you got 2 outs in this inning. The crack of the bat, and Blake's supposed to be going. But if you've got a shortstop and a second baseman doing that, too, you might panic and you might freeze.
Blake does get away. He is going to third, and Fossil strikes out. So second strikeout for Braden Parsons retires the side. No runs for New Philadelphia as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Indian Valley 3, New Philadelphia 0. Back on Big Z Sports, brought to you by Altman Hospital right after this.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Back on Big Z Sports, Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you, courtesy of Big Z Sports, Claxon Communications, 99.9 WTUZ, and everybody else that's here and sponsoring us tonight. The Wood Electric pregame show got underway a little bit earlier with our In the Dugout interviews brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank. And we talked to both coaches. We got through an inning and a third, and then we had a 40-minute lightning/rain delay. Now it hasn't rained in close to an hour.
It's looking great behind us,
Yeah,
too.
we've been back underway for a while now. It looks like we're going to be clean and green the rest of the way here from the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios at Indian Valley High School. Braves lead 3-0, bottom of the fourth inning. And, stepping to the plate for the Indian Valley Braves, Spencer Haney, the shortstop. He's got that bunt single, and he's going to take the first one opposite field down to Carson Long, who made the out. So Spencer Haney 1 for 2 after the bunt single, and he scored a run, stole a base, and did a little bit of everything. He has the fly out there. Sam Zerker up now, the 7 spot. The senior first baseman struck out in inning number 2. And a big hook from Maddox Brown. We've said that a lot lately.
Zerker was kind of frustrated his first at bat with those big hooks. Thayer didn't catch the zone. I think he only saw 3 pitches. 3 pitches and a strikeout, so I wouldn't be shocked if Brown's going right back to it again.
And, I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. As Zerker's going to pound it down the third baseline. And another nice play over there by the youngster, Mason Katerina, as he makes the putout. 2 down here for Indian Valley in the bottom of the fourth. So Anderson steps back in. The DH, this is when things went wrong in the second inning. And we had our lightning delay the last time the DH was at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to the shortstop. He is, of course, batting for Braden Parsons, the pitcher, as he takes strike number 1 from Maddox Brown, who has a pair of Ks on the mound. Also issued a couple of walks, has Brown, and trails 3-0. Another off-speed hook, and it's shot over the New Philadelphia dugout down the first base line.
I'd love to be behind the plate right now and seeing how much that ball's bending.
Yeah, it's from our angle, it just looks like you can just tell that it's coming in with the big old bender. Ball number 1 on the outside to Kyle Anderson. The 1-2, 2 outs. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Maddox Brown bounces in ball number 2. Nice stop by Fossil there.
It's been impressive with these Indian Valley batters. Only the 2 strikeouts for Brown thus far. The fact that, they've only struck out 2 times through, I'd have to do the quick math, but I'm not sure how many batters have actually come up yet. It's 25, somewhere in that kind of ballpark, and only 2 strikeouts. They are putting the bat on the ball just like Anderson does there to fight off another potential strike 3.
Ball shot over the New Philadelphia dugout once again. Bottom of the 4th, 2-2 count, 2 outs. Indian Valley 3-0 over New Philadelphia. And strike 3 as Anderson strikes out. 3rd strikeout for Maddox Brown, retires the side. New Philadelphia looking for a little bit more lightning like they had in the 4th inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Indian Valley 3-0, back on Big Z Sports after this.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Chris Cow, Nick McWilliams here with you from Indian Valley High School. I figured that's what was going on. New Philadelphia back at the plate, 3-0. Brant Wells, Owen Courtney, the DH 0 for 1. He lined out to center field in inning number 3. As he'll take strike number 1. Even the count at 1-1. Braden Parsons back on the mound. 2 strikeouts for him. We'll see what Courtney can do here, the youngster.
Ben from Parsons, good hold for Courtney. That was a high hung one, but it just a little bit too high. All you're going to do is pop that straight in the air.
Again, just can't talk enough about how impressed I am with Courtney and the job he did over at Dover High School a week ago. Stepping into a tough spot, and he came in and just absolutely delivered for this New Philadelphia Quaker team on the mound. And he's got a 3-1 count here, as he's going to get the green light and a big cut. He'll even the count against Parsons.
I'm probably going to jinx Courtney here, but we were talking about the job the Indian Valley batters were doing getting the bat on the ball. Only 2 strikeouts thus far for Parsons, too.
Parsons will deliver the payoff pitch, strike 3.
I need to stop saying things.
ringing up Owen Courtney. As he's 0 for 2, he lined out and struck out as he DHs for Kane Audie, the freshman shortstop. Up now, senior Brant Wells, the second baseman. He struck out, and he'll hit the first pitch right to the shortstop. And a nice play there by Spencer Haney. Haney will retire Brant Wells, 2 down quickly here in the top of the 5th. Mason Caterina, the third baseman, flying out to center field. Parsons' first pitch. Nice pitch. Kind of froze Caterina there. Indian Valley just doing a nice job in the field right now, and Parsons in control. As Caterina will bounce it right to the shortstop, Haney. Haney's going to fire over and record the out. 3 up, 3 down for the New Philadelphia Quakers. The Indian Valley Braves moving to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Lead 3-0. Back after this on Big Z Sports.
Propane needs, you can count on us. We take pride serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way to TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Big Z Sports back to Indian Valley High School, brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here
what
with
in
you.
The world happened to you?
I don't know. I just decided to. I don't know. I had a little too much Mountain Diesel over here.
Oh, that's full strength. That's
Nonetheless,
not
yes,
diet.
it is. Cam Guspit up now, bottom of the order for the Indian Valley Braves. He was plunked and stole a base back in the third, I believe. I don't know.
It was
the flowing.
It was the second.
The flowing locks of Cam Guspit at the plate against Maddox Brown. Brown doing a nice job on the mound for the Quakers as he gives the big hook, and Guspit fouls that one back. He offered the bunt, and it went clear over the screen. What would you call that? A flop? Would you call that a mullet? I don't know what he's got going on, or just long hair.
Just long hair.
Okay, well. The 0-1 pitch from Brown to Guspit. Inside, little chin music.
I'm realizing now who he reminds me of, because I said when he came up I couldn't quite pinpoint it. Before his New York Yankees days, obviously, Harrison Bader with the Cardinals with the long locks.
There you go. The 1-1 in the dirt. By the way, how about my Pirates? I told you they're not going to be bad. We'll see. I don't want to speak too soon, but best start since 2002 for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
It's okay. It'll all come crashing down soon enough.
I don't know, man. They got a pretty good squad. They really do. A lot of youngsters. Guspit going to offer at that one to even the count at 2s. The 2-2 to Cam Guspit. High. Runs it full. So full count, Maddox Brown trying to get the leadoff batter out before moving back to the top of the order. Struck him out. Nice pitch by Maddox Brown, his fourth strikeout, as Guspit goes down swinging. Back to the top of the order, Rafe Bonifay 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout in his first 2 at bats. And now Coach Tyler Weisel going to go out and have a little talk with Maddox Brown here, and he's going to give the ball up. So 1 down, and Brown going to be replaced here in the 5th inning. Have to wait and see. It looks
Sam
like
Rufnaw
going to come on, and we saw Sam Rufnaw pitch over at Dover and did a nice job. If it wasn't for the throwing error, really held Dover kind of scoreless there.
He did. Rufnaw had a very nice game, and it looks like, Brown is going to go ahead and go over to first base. And sitting for New Philadelphia, it's actually going to be Audie leaving shortstop, so that will also put Gavin Blake back over to third. And going to shortstop, I think, is that Max Steele? No, I'm sorry, it's number 4. No, it's Katarina.
Yeah, Katarina. So Katarina going to short. So let's see here. What do we got going on? Mason Katarina. It's short.
5 to 6. I'm not going to give him the full rundown of this.
Right. Who's at third?
Gavin Blake.
And then who's over at first?
Brown.
Okay, so Maddox Brown.
And I would imagine that would mean, since Audie came off, that the DH would stay Courtney and he would bat for Rufnaw.
Right.
Have you stayed up to date on that?
Maybe. So Rufnaw will take over. Brown leaves having.
Well, once again, we talked about this with New Philadelphia and Dover. Whenever you had Rufnaw starting and then you had Courtney coming in, you went from lefty to righty. Now you're going from righty to lefty.
Right. So closing the books on Brown, he did have 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and they gave up 3 runs with him. We'll see how many were earned. Let's see here. Who scored for?
Jackson Bircher, Spencer Haney both came around. They both did score after hitting singles that were not on errors, so it would be 2 I think only 1 run did score off of an error.
I'm trying to see who scored the other run.
That would be Brogan Bircher on a Jackson Bircher RBI single.
Yes, that's where it was. That's right. There's the run. Yeah, so all 3 were earned then.
2-0 to Bonifay.
Sorry. looking in the book,
you and your
trying
stats,
to close
man.
the books on Brown.
You and your stats,
Rufinaw back on the mound. 2-0 to Bonifay. Ball outside.
Rufinaw now, his first 3 pitches going wide of the zone, just kind of needs to buckle down, go in, just deliver a nice one.
Bonifay, again, fly to left and struck out in his first 2 at-bats. 3-0 and gets a strike.
I would almost say the 3-0 lead at home in the 5th. Not that it's a problem by any means, but go ahead and give Bonifay the green light on that 3-0. But
he might get it here. And outside, going to issue the walk. So the first batter that Rufinaw came in is he'll issue the walk to Bonifay. So up now, Tanya McComb, the catcher, 0 for 2. He had 2 sky out infield flyouts. 1 to first base, 1 to third in his first 2 at-bats. 3-0 Indian Valley, 1 down, and off and running is Bonifay, and he's going to be easily into second base. So a stolen base for Bonifay.
that was quite the jump for Bonifay. I mean,
yeah. What is that, the 3rd steal now?
His reaction time on that was pretty incredible. The only other
Coachman had a steal. Well, Coachman had a steal. Haney had a steal.
The other one came on a pass ball, wild pitch.
And Guspet had a steal.
I'm taking your word for it.
I agree with you. One was on.
Haney did not have a steal. He advanced after the throwing error
yes,
by Brown on the
Haney advanced on the throwing error, right.
Chris, do me a favor.
What?
Get your head out of the stats.
So 3 steals for the Indian Valley Braves. Rufinaw, the 1-0 pitch. And bunted down to the third baseman, throwing over, not in time. Nice play there by Blake, but he just couldn't.
It's a beautiful job by McComb.
Yeah, he couldn't beat McComb down the line, so infield hit.
Both the bunts we've seen placed into play for Indian Valley this game have been absolutely perfect.
So 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base for Coachman. As they'll step to the plate with runners at the corners.
Double play ball still in effect here for the Quakers, and there goes the runner home on that pickoff.
Oh, just in. Nice steal there by Bonifay. So that's 2 stolen bases, including home.
McComb does move up after the pickoff on the throw home, but just had to be Bonifay's hand just beating the tag in.
Wow, that was tight. 4-0 Indian Valley with 1 down. And again, that's the 2nd time they've ran that pickoff play and stolen a base. Rufinaw on the mound, responsible for the runners here. Coachman at the plate, the 1-0 from Brown. Ripped by Coachman to the gap. That's going to be extra bases as it goes all the way to the fence. 2-run score, 2-run RBI for Cale Coachman. 2-run double. As Bonifay and McComb, Yeah, Bonifay and McComb both score.
Bonifay scored on the run home.
Or yeah,
on
he
the
did.
pickup.
You're right. Sorry.
You're killing me, Chris.
So it was only one run. Sorry, my bad.
What a lace shot for
Yeah,
Coachman.
it was.
I mean,
RBI double instead of a 2-run double. It's all right. I was excited for him.
you were. That is, without a doubt, the hardest hit ball we've seen all day. I mean, he put a charge in it, and you could not place that any better in the left center gap.
Brogan Bircher, the left fielder, 0 for 1. He walked and flied out, advanced to second on a pass ball, and scored a run. I think I'm right on the stolen bases, by the way. We'll talk after the inning, or the half, I should say. Brogan Bircher from Sam Rufinoff takes ball 1, so 1-2 the count. 1 down, runner on second. That would be Cale Coachman, who just hit the RBI double to put the Braves up 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Rufinoff, the hook, thought he got him there. Whew. I don't know what more you could ask for out of a pitch there, but Blue didn't like it.
Fossil asked, and I think he was told it was just a hair outside.
Yeah.
It's the only place it could have missed.
A skosh. The 2-2 from Sam Rufinoff, who came on in relief of Maddox Brown. And Bircher going to step off. The 2-2 from Rufinoff. Oh, I was ready to ring him up there too.
Just low, just
full
outside.
Count on Brogan Bircher. Goodness gracious. Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Brogan Bircher takes his second walk. So still sitting 0 for 1 with a fly out. 2 walks now for Bircher. Again, he advanced to second on a pass ball and scored a run. Now at the plate with 2 on is Jackson Bircher. 2 for 2, 2 singles. He advanced to second on the error from the center fielder back in the first inning. He scored on a bad throw, a throwing error from pitcher Maddox Brown, also in the first inning, and he was credited with the RBI as well.
More action from the new Philadelphia bullpen.
Rufinoff's 0-1 is high. 1-1.
They got the more action from the new Philadelphia bullpen. It's, for Rufinoff, he's not had a ton of pitches. He's just been struggling to actually connect with the zone.
Yeah, can't find the zone for Rufinoff. And now he finds one back to the screen. It's going to be a wild pitch. It hit the plate and got past Keaton Fossil, and the runners advance. So Coachman at third, Bircher at second, and Jackson Bircher at the dish. 2-1 count, 1 down, 5-0 Indian Valley, bottom of the 5th inning. And Sam Rufinoff's pitch is outside. 3-1 to Jackson Bircher. Rufinoff's ready and delivers. And strike. Big swing out of Jackson Bircher. Runs the count full.
Bircher guessed where that pitch was going to be going, and he wanted to uncork it long, long ways. I'm not sure if he was guessing that lower outside part of the zone or not, but what a hack.
The payoff pitch from Rufinoff is fouled over the New Philadelphia dugout. And we'll try it again. Again, temperatures dropped, I'd say a good 15 degrees or so outside. It's very comfortable here at Indian Valley High School after a weather delay of about 40 minutes. We've been back underway. That happened in the second inning. And Bircher is going to ground that one to third, is going to hold the runner and throw over by Blake. Retires Jackson Bircher. So first time he's been retired, he's 2 for 3 with a ground out.
It's a nice play by Blake there. Not only did he look the runner back, you saw because the way he kind of almost had to smother that ball with his glove. When he came up with it, he made sure he had a good handle on it, made sure he took his time and delivered it on. That's about as good as you can do it from the hot corner.
Well, and I'm sure that as Haney steps in now, he'll take ball 1 on the outside. And, I'm sure that the rain kind of slowed this turf down just a little bit, allowing him to smother that ball the way he did.
Well, it depends on how slick it is naturally. We've had some time for it to respond, but when it's when it first gets rained on, it gets rather slippery. It's another one that's close that's missed by Rufnaw. I'm not sure how far outside that is.
Yeah, again, we're kind of over the back shoulder of the right-handed batter's box. So we're kind of at a bad angle, almost looking right up the first base line. Rufnaw delivers the pitch, and it's skied over to the right fielder, and it's retired by Carson Long. Retired aside, a little bit of 2-out lightning there for Indian Valley, but not a lot of damage. 5-0, Braves in front. They get 2 that inning, and we'll go to the top of the 6th. Braves lead 5-0 over New Philadelphia. Back after this on Big Z Sports.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
We are Claymont High School students. Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a teen drinking party in their home will keep the kids out of trouble.
While their intentions are good, it's illegal, unsafe, and unhealthy for anyone under the age of 21 to drink alcohol.
Did you know parents who host lose the most?
Here are the facts. If you make alcohol available at teen parties, you can be prosecuted.
This message brought to you by Claymont High School students, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties.
Well, welcome back. Chris Gale, Nick McWilliams having a spirited conversation, and LB just wanted to come back from break. Indian Valley leads 5-0. I was wrong. I will admit it.
It's all right.
You are 100% right. Nick McWilliams.
I'm just teaching Chris how to score baseball.
Well, I know how to score baseball. I missed that one. So a little bunt there and retired. A close play. A nice job there by fielding his position was Parsons.
That was
retiring Caden Stewart.
Stewart's only saw 2 pitches through the game thus far. He had a line shot to center, and now the bunt out to the pitcher. So
back to the top of the order, Carson Long, sophomore, 0 for 2, flied out to center, and he lined out to second base. And wow, ball number 1 there from Parsons. Parsons only the 2 strikeouts, but he's pitched a beauty.
He's been in command of his pitches. He's known exactly where he's wanted to go with it, and his defense has done a nice job. For the plays that have been present, they've been making them. They haven't made anything too difficult on themselves. By my count, I'm looking through no errors so far for the Braves, and that's a winning formula.
Yeah, I think Philly has 2, and only, 2 hits, correct?
By my count, yes.
3-0 from Parsons just when we were talking him up. We put the kibosh on him with 1 down, and he's going to issue the walk to Carson Long.
So that's a situation there where he got behind 3-0, that pitch that is going to award along the base, just trying to overthrow, doing a little bit too much, getting frustrated with yourself. You've done so well in this game, and then you couldn't hit the zone on 3 pitches. That's when you see a pitcher spiking at 3 feet in front of the plate, that's what you're getting out of it.
Max Steele, a nice single last time up, but got caught stealing second base. It kind of thwarted the Quaker rally.
Steele
so take strike 1.
Steele, one of the 2 base knocks for the Quakers. Came back in the 4th.
1 for 2, grounded out as well. with a runner on and only one out. Like to see Steele put it into play. And a little lazy fly to second baseman. Cale Coachman records the out.
That was a nubber off the end of the bat. If he puts a little bit more of the meat on the bat on there, that might find its way to the gap. Of course, it probably would have hooked towards Gus, but right.
So Gavin Blake, the last chance for the Quakers here in the 6th. Blake all the way at the back of the box. That right foot all the way at the corner as he's going to lace that one down the line. Play down in third base or left field, down the left field line. A beauty by Brogan Bircher. Full extension on that one to retire the side. And Blake just kind of went down to first, tipped his cap to Bircher. What a play down there on the left field line for Brogan Bircher. Saves a run there. 5-0 Indian Valley in front. Back after this on Big Z Sports for the bottom of the 6th.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Welcome back to Big Z Sports, brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Indian Valley 5, New Philadelphia nothing. As we move to the bottom of the 6th, possibly the last at bat for the Indian Valley Braves.
We can't take you anywhere, you know that?
Yeah, I know. It's okay. Really doing a nice job. Parsons on the mound. We'll see if he comes back out for the 7th to try and close this one out.
Only giving up the 2 hits thus far and how well you've commanded the game. And just taking a quick look through the New Philadelphia bats, not a ton of pitches thrown, truthfully. I'd say you could go ahead and let them try to round it out.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, just, you got to be careful of that pitch count when you get to the end of the season. So I don't know what they'll do there. But Sam Zerker will come to the plate now in the 7th spot against Sam Rufinaw. Rufinaw's pitch outside ball 1. Coming up in our Kime Built on Trust since 1911 post-game show, our McInturf Realty player of the game. I think we've got a pretty good idea who that's going to be, especially if he goes out and closes this one out on the mound.
We'll go spoil that pretty early.
Well, just being honest. Outside for ball number 2. It's 3.
It's been a good team performance for the Braves overall. Brogan Bircher, the 2 walks, he's come around and scored twice.
Beautiful catch in left field.
Jackson Berster, also a 2 for 3 day, and RBI. He's come around and scored once as a walk issue to Zerker.
Yes. Zerker, he's what? Oh, is he 0 for 1? Yeah, he's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout.
He'd be 0 for 2. He ground out in the 4th.
Oh, he did ground out. That's right. I missed that one.
Another mound visit. And
struck out, grounded out, and walked.
We are going to have another pitching change. Rufinaw will come out, and coming in is Baker.
Baker, yep. So Rufinaw out. So Rufinaw will leave with no strikeouts. And he spelled Brown with 1 out in the 5th.
We do have a pinch runner in for Indian Valley. I did not see who went down to first.
So basically he only recorded 2 outs was Rufinaw, right?
Rufinaw would have recorded.
So he went 2 1/3 and gave up 2 runs.
2, yeah, sure. I was trying to figure out who that pinch runner is over there for Indian Valley.
Well, if you think about it, right, Rufinaw came in with 1 out in the 5th. We have no out in the 6th, so he would have went 2 1/3, right? Or, I'm sorry, 2/3 of an inning.
I'm not sure when he came in, so I should have written that down.
Yeah, I got it for you, brother.
Oh, all right.
So this time, say it.
What? Oh, yes, Kale was right.
Thank you.
It's like, say, what am I saying?
So 5-0 Indian Valley.
We go back to a right-handed pitcher for the Quakers. Baker, a little extra zip. I think he's a little bit more of your fastball, more of your hard stuff kind of pitcher. And we also talked about potentially seeing Parsons finish out this game, be that as it may, warming up back here to the left. The two players that are throwing are Jackson Bircher and Sam Zerker. So that might be why they got the pinch runner in there for the big first baseman.
Yeah, that could be. Aiden Baker, 7 innings on the mound. He's 0-2, 14 runs allowed, 12 earned, 10 walks, 9 strikeouts, a 12 ERA.
12 ERA, but when you start boiling it down for Baker, as you mentioned, not a huge amount of innings pitched.
No, just 7. 7 innings. So you give up you get –
realistically, you get one bad inning.
You have a tough inning, and your ERA is going to climb in a hurry. Kyle Anderson will be back at the plate. No outs. Who'd you say pinch ran for Zerker?
I have not been able to tell yet. Cannot tell. We'll see if we can figure that out, who comes in.
So Anderson at the plate, runner down at first for Indian Valley. Nobody out, 5-0 lead for the Braves. Bottom of the 6th inning, ball's fouled back over the dugout. The player at first would just turn around.
We have a hard time from this far away seeing.
It's a big old spider. Strike 2 from Aiden Baker.
Well, that's what you want from a reliever, especially when you're at this point in the game. You're trailing. You just want him to come in, throw strikes, get you out of the inning as quickly as possible.
Baker's 0-2, fouled back again. So the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes with nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-0 Indian Valley in front over the new Philadelphia Quakers. Indian Valley trying to move to 10-3 on the year. Quakers have dropped a couple here in the last week or so. 7-5 on the year now. The 1-2 pitch from Aiden Baker in the dirt. Nice stop by Fossil. Doing a nice job behind the dish tonight. Had the one pass ball, the one that hit the plate that got away from him wasn't his fault. Overall, he's done a nice job behind the plate for the sophomore. And to be honest with you, Maddox Brown did a really nice job on the mound. He just lost hitters. It was, he would get ahead in the count, and then he could not locate that big hook, and it got him in trouble.
Well, realistically for Brown, it was just that second inning for him that really had a problem, the bottom of the second, and that was mostly because of errors.
Yeah.
Here's another walk.
Another walk issued. Anderson will head down. He's still got the ground out, the strikeout, and the walk. Cam Guspett will come to the plate. He was plunked, stole a base, and struck out. 2 runners on for Indian Valley. Nobody down. And the bunt attempt by Guspett's going to advance the runners. And he almost beat it out.
Well placed.
Really well placed as Cam Guspett gets the sacrifice bunt.
Back to the top of the lineup. It's an ideal situation for the Braves with just 1 down.
And looking to add to the run total here are the Braves, already up 5-0. Still can't see who's down at third.
I almost thought it was 25. I thought it was Cam Rusnak, but I'm not sure if that's right or not. No?
No, I think
There's
it's an
9.
8. I think it's an 8 or a 9.
Well,
Could be Stokey.
Any one of those would be
Could be
wrong. Oh, it's number 18. We're sorry, Aiden Stokey. You're right.
It is
senior.
Stokey. Yep. So senior Aiden Stokey running down at third base.
Bonifay pop out there. So quickly 2 outs. That's exactly what you wanted for New Philadelphia if you have both runners advance to scoring position.
So Bonifay 0 for 3 on the afternoon.
A walk and 2 stolen bases, though.
Yes. And scored a run. Stealing home yet to boot on that crazy play.
Not technically still. Well,
yeah, it
I
is.
see what you're going with.
Yeah, I mean, he still had to steal the base. Tanya McComb, the catcher. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Aiden Stokey at third base.
First time we've really seen a big bend out of Baker.
Yeah.
Kind of froze up McComb for the 1-1.
Two down, bottom of the 6th inning, 5-0. Indian Valley. After a 40-minute rain delay in the 2nd inning, rain lightning, we were quickly able to go right back to play once the weather moved by. And again, I'm not so sure that if it was dirt, we might have been able to continue with some field dry, but I'm not so sure.
I don't know about some field dry. It might have been a lot of field dry.
Yeah. The 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. So Aiden Baker runs the count even. Runners at second and third. Tanya McComb at the plate, 5-0 lead, 2 down. The 2-2 pitch from Aiden Baker is laced into left field.
What a perfect
it's going to drop,
ball.
And that's going to be a 2-run single for Tanya McComb.
You could not have went out there and placed that ball better for where you wanted it to go.
Beautiful. As Cam Guspett scores, and also, Anderson scores. And Aiden Stokey. So Stokey, the pinch runner, comes in, and it's 7-0 Indian Valley.
Tough situation there for Baker. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a badly placed ball, just a better piece of hitting out of McComb.
Coachman. Check swing didn't go. Ball number 1. Still 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Aiden Baker on the mound for New Philadelphia. Third Quaker pitcher. Coachman will take ball number 2. So McComb, after the 2-run single, he also had an infield single and a run scored. 2 for 4 on the afternoon. He had a couple of infield flyouts as well.
Nice game behind the plate for him, too.
Yep. Outside 3-0. So Baker trying to not put another runner on board here in the 6th inning.
We have not seen any other action out of the New Philadelphia Pens, so
there's nobody
I'd imagine
down
they're
there.
riding with Baker no matter what happens.
I know what you were going to say.
Yeah.
So he issues the walk.
Which would have been a fitting phrase after the rain.
Yeah, exactly. Brogan Bircher now to the plate. 0 for 1. He flied out a pair of walks. Advanced to second on a pass ball and a run. Scored for Brogan Bircher. 7-0 Indian Valley in control of this one. And
Lace shot.
Shot to right field. Going to be recorded for Carson Long. And that's going to have out number 3. 7-0 Indian Valley. We move to the top of the 7th. Final at bat for New Philadelphia. Back after this on Big Z Sports.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Coverage brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. From the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios, Chris Kale and Nick McWilliams here with you. Final half inning, hopefully, if you're Braden Parsons, as he looks to get the complete game shutout two-hitter here, depending on what happens with New Philadelphia.
Well, and here's the thing for Parsons' sake, and well, actually, really more for New Philadelphia. Obviously, game has not gone how you wanted it to. Only the 2 base knocks for you. You're down by 7. You're not expecting to come into this inning and all of a sudden rally for 8 runs. But what you are trying to do is have anything to kind of build on for the next game. As Coach Weissel has said, since they beat Dover, they've kind of struggled a bit, still dealt with the injuries. So leave this game with some kind of positive note.
Maddox Brown 1 for 2 with a ground out to first base and a single. Takes ball 1 high from Braden Parsons. Parsons, again, 15 2/3 coming in. So add another 7 to that if he can get through this one.
A lot of first pitch strikes out of Parsons, not in this at bat, obviously, with the 2-0 count, but I think that's been the impressive part. He's just been getting ahead early.
You've got Coachman with 26 2/3. You've got Haney with 16 2/3. And then you're going to end up having Parsons with, 23 2/3 if he can complete this one. And strike 1 after 3 straight balls to start this inning. So Maddox Brown, 1 for 2, was chased from this ball game with 1 out in the 5th inning, trailing 3-0.
That trailing 3-0, though, as we mentioned with the error situation that occurred for New Philadelphia, I mean, realistically speaking, when he got chased, it could have only been 1-0.
Yeah, you're right. It just seemed like, he tried to get that punch-out pitch with the big hook, and he just couldn't locate it, and he's going to take the walk here. He just couldn't get it at the right opportunity. Inopportune times, he couldn't find the strike zone. And, it just happens sometimes.
Just the 3rd walk issued by Parsons.
And only, the 5th base runner in general for New Philadelphia here this afternoon. So Keaton Fossil up now, the catcher 0 for 1 with a foul out. To the catcher, that don't seem right. He's got to be 0 for 2.
Fossil was 0 for 2. Pop out.
He popped out
to the catcher in the strikeout. Sorry, I didn't know what you were asking.
No, that's all right.
That one probably going to be a wild pitch off of Parsons, as McComb couldn't even get over to it.
So Parsons with the wild pitch there, and is that going to be it?
Certainly looks like it, as you've got Jamie Bircher coming out. I would imagine that is sure enough.
Yeah, they gave him the opportunity to finish it, and he just couldn't quite do it. He will be responsible for the runner at second base.
And actually,
maybe not.
No, I'm watching the way, and it looks like Bircher's probably just kind of telling him, look, man, you have done so good this entire game. Take a deep breath. Just go out here, get these last couple, and finish it.
And they are going to leave him in.
He has not handed the ball off, no. I guess, actually, I should have thought that if it's Bircher coming out, it's just going to be a mound visit. If it would have been McComb, I'm guessing that's how they would have made the shift. So hopefully that gets a little confidence back to Parsons.
Yeah, Braden Parsons pitched a gem here this evening at home, just in the shadows of Brotherhood HVAC Stadium, where the Indian Valley Braves football team plays coming up in a couple of months. I'm sure we'll have a game or two down here, as always. Beautiful stadium over there. Beautiful turf field here at Braves Field. And Fossil will hit it right to the second baseman to record out number 1. Does advance the runner in Brown over to third. Nice play there by Coachman to record the out.
Well, Coachman didn't get over anxious there seeing the runner advance from second to third. He knew all he had to do was wait back on that ball and take the right hop. If he comes in and charges, he's got the risk of that going right under or over his glove. So probably the smart, really only the right play you can make there.
So Brown standing down at third base. Parsons delivers strike 1 to Owen Courtney, the freshman. He's 0 for 2. Has a strikeout and the line out to center field. And, boy, I'll tell you what, a strikeout will be a big one here for Parsons.
It would. Courtney was trying to make it 7-2 in one swing of the bat.
He was. Takes that one high. 1 down. Braves lead 7-0 over New Philadelphia. Last at bats, 2 outs. Final 2 outs for New Philadelphia. They do have Maddox Brown, the starting pitcher in this ball game, standing down at third, and 2-1 the count now. As Parsons just a bit inside. Courtney did strike out in his last at bat. The 2-1 from Braden Parsons. And just outside, 3-1.
I don't know if necessarily this is a product of him getting tired going into this last inning or
he
out
doesn't
of
look
frustration.
tired. Yeah, I don't think he's tired. I think he's trying to make a couple perfect pitches to get this out. He doesn't want that run to score. And he gets the sky out, see if McComb's going to have room, and he doesn't. Just about, 10, maybe 12 feet from keeping it in the ballpark and an easy catch by McComb.
The way this backstop is here at Indian Valley, they do this so that you don't have to replace your chain link fence as often because you're getting bent from the ball coming in, but that might have given McComb the chance for a Sandy Alomar moment of scaling the fence if it would have been close enough.
The payoff pitch from Braden Parsons. Oh, I was ready to ring him up. That's like the second or third
Just
time
a hair.
I've been ready to ring somebody up, and Owen Courtney draws the walk.
I would imagine with the one-out double play ball in order for Indian Valley, given that you're down by 7, would not be stunned to see Courtney in motion.
Yeah. Brant Wells 0 for 2, a strikeout, and grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat. 1 out. First pitch from Parsons is strike number 1.
I think what actually
he's like, dang it, wish I could have had that about 35 seconds ago.
No, I think what actually is happening there with Courtney, you saw the lead he got. He wants the snap throw from McComb.
High. Nice stop by McComb there. And listen, if you're Indian Valley, you've pulled it twice in New Philadelphia. You know what they're trying to do.
Quakers are probably
Don't
thinking,
worry about
why
the
not?
runner at first. Don't worry about the runner at first. Let's get the guy at the plate.
Perfect hit.
And a nice hit by Wells, and that's going to score the run. RBI single by Brant Wells.
Credit where credit is due, though, for the hustle out there at second base for Coachman. He got a glove on it, but there was no way in the world he was getting that. Getting the out, I should say.
Maddox Brown scores from third. That breaks up the shutout, and only the third hit allowed for Parsons.
What you hope now, if you're the Indian Valley coaching staff, you're still obviously totally fine 7-1, but you're hoping for Courtney. Maybe now he's got the idea of the shutout out of his head. We'll just see if he just goes
punch him out. Yeah. Katarina, the third baseman, 0 for 2.
Off to a good start there.
Strike number 1. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure he wanted that shutout. You could tell he did.
Still, if you go 7 innings, allow 1 earned run, I think you've done all right.
Yeah. High. Ball 1. And let's be honest, the run was because you walked him. So, self-inflicted wound if you're Braden Parsons.
Don't tell him that.
No, I mean, just speaking the truth, as Katarina hits it almost at the runner, out at second, and just shy of turning the double play, as Courtney going to be safe down at third, Wells out at second, And the fielder's choice by Katarina.
Stewart stepping up to the plate, has 2 at-bats. He's 0 for 2, and he's only seen 2 pitches. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
See if he does it a little differently.
See if he sees the third pitch. Stewart takes the ball high.
Make that 4.
4. So he's seen 4 pitches now.
Well, we'll see 4 pitches.
Well, yes. 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 balls to Caden Stewart. The center fielder batting in the 9 hole. Top of the order due up for the Quakers if Stewart can get on.
I would not be shocked here. Well, I don't think they're going to pull Parsons. Well, if he gets a walk here, maybe.
The 3-0. And it's
Sure
high.
enough.
See if he can finish this one. And they're not going to let him finish. They're going to go get him right now. So Parsons going to go 6 2/3. Only the 2 strikeouts. Did issue 2 walks, correct? 3 walks?
3 walks, 3 hits. Actually, I'm sorry, 4 walks, 3 hits. No, Stewart walked. It's more than that. We'll go through and tell you.
Yeah, we'll get it. So Stewart walked, Courtney walked, Maddox Brown walked,
Blake
walked, and Carson Long walked. So 5 walks.
5 walks,
issued.
3 hits.
3 hits allowed.
1 earned run. And
1
coming
earned
on it will be Zerker, as you mentioned. Makes it easy for Indian Valley when all you have to do is slide over Parsons to first and bring on Zerker. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that answers my question. I was going to say the big first baseman, a little bit more of a flamethrower.
Yeah. New Philadelphia will be at the top of the order with Carson Long. He is 0 for 2, flied to center, lined out to second base, and walked in his last at bat.
What I said at the top of this inning for the Quakers, you're not expecting to rally off 8 runs in this inning, but you want something positive. Well, all day long, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, you hadn't had any production from. So the fact that you were able to get the run, you were able to draw the walks, you were able to get the single, it's
and get back to the top.
It's something
it is
for positivity.
Positive. Sure it is. Yep, absolutely. Spot on there by Nick McWilliams.
I don't know about spot on, but thanks. Only the 1 out to go here. It's a situation too. We don't quite know what the pitch count was for Parsons. We know he had thrown quite a few today, but in addition to that, we're talking about a situation where the bases are juiced. He's having a hard time hitting the zone. So some people would say, why wouldn't you let him finish it? Well,
you don't want to get into trouble here.
Not that Long is a huge home run hitter by any means, but one swing of the bat and all of a sudden we're talking about a 2-run ball.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around here, right? I mean, let's be honest, anything can happen in baseball, and the bottom line is you don't want to break the kid's confidence either. He pitched a gem, and he struggled a little bit. Let him keep that. He struggled here at the last, trying to get a couple of outs.
Well, the thing is for Zerker too. I mean, senior coming in, but this is a pressure spot. No doubt about it. You might be up by 6 runs, and you might have the 2 outs, but still bases loaded, and it's still the top of the order. It's a decent thing to ask, but that's when you lean on veteran leadership.
Zerker's 0-2, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 4 runs, only 1 earned, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, a 1.11 ERA for the senior. And first pitch swinging is Carson Long.
This is the most batters we've seen in a half inning for New Philadelphia. 7. This is the 7th batter.
So the 0-1. Strike 2 from Sam Zerker. So the 0-2 with 2 outs, 7-1. Indian Valley in front, looking to get win number 11 on the season. Sam Zerker looking to fire this one home. Carson Long at the plate. And in the dirt. 1-2.
Another good block by McComb.
Yeah, McComb's had a really nice job behind the dish tonight. keeping everything in front. The 1-2 from Zerker to Long. Outside, 2-2. And imagine that was a setup pitch there. Look for something maybe back inside here.
Inside at the knees. I'd imagine low inside corners where he's going.
The 2-2 with 2 down, 7-1 Indian Valley in front. Sam Zerker has what he wants. Fires. And foul back to the screen.
Went low and away again. Haven't really seen, and not that you really want to necessarily elevate the ball in this situation where they can really drive it, but have not seen a ton of up in the zone pitches for the Braves. Maybe try to catch them off guard here.
The 2-2 from Zerker. Foul back to the screen. Nice at bat from Carson Long. 0 for 2, flied out to center, lined out to the second baseman, and he walked in his last at bat.
It almost seemed like for Long he was expecting it up, so all he did when he saw it at the knees again, just any way you can fight that one off.
Zerker again with the 2-2 pitch. And blasted right back to him, and a beautiful catch by Sam Zerker to end that one. Indian Valley wins 7-1 to improve to 11-3 on the season.
Look at the smile on Zerker's face coming off the mound there. He's getting a good laugh.
New Philadelphia drops to 7-6.
He's going to tell you that's skill. That's just reaction.
Yeah, and he doesn't pick up the save, but he does come in and get the final out for Braden Parsons, who goes 6 2/3 with 2 strikeouts, 5 walks, 3 hits, and a run. We'll have some discussion on who's going to be our McInturf Realty Player of the Game, and we'll be back to the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Indian Valley beats New Philadelphia 7-1. Back after this on Big Z Sports.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting your goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Michele Iona. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing, whether it's for service or full replacement. WM Commercial Roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Amici's Pizza congratulates the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves for their outstanding years and wish them all the best. Amici's Pizza serves your favorite traditional pizzas and specialty pizzas. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Pizza is loved by most. It's been around for years. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette and now in Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small town price.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back on Big Z Sports. Chris Gale, Nick McWilliams here with you. Indian Valley gets the big 7-1 win. We've got our McInturf Realty player of the game. He was our starting pitcher. He went 6 2/3 for the Indian Valley Braves. 2 strikeouts, did give up the 5 walks, only 3 hits and 1 earned run, and that is Braden Parsons, the senior. And, kid, I know you wanted to finish that one off. We were pulling for you to finish that one off, especially to get the shutout. Talk to me about what, you just gave up that 1 walk, to lead off that inning, and it kind of bit you, right?
Yeah. I mean, I knew I needed to pitch strikes just to finish the game. They were all telling me to keep my head straight, and got a little tired. So
well, and that's all right. It's understandable, especially with the delay. So how did you treat the weather delay? I mean, you were kind of rolling before that, and you picked right up where you left off, even though we had the weather delay about 40 minutes. Yeah. How do you treat that, just to try and stay as loose and as warm as you can?
I knew I was going to have to stay loose. Obviously, it was a pretty long break, and everything gets starting to get cold, so.
Yeah. Any extra thing that you did, or no? Not really.
I did some bands in the dugout and then just threw.
Okay.
Yep.
So it wasn't a pretty easy transition after that. Once they said, "Hey, start warming up," you were good to go.
Yep, it was all right.
Talk about your defense tonight. Did a great job.
Played good,
no errors in the field. Nope. So everybody did a phenomenal job. How about Bircher with that great catch down the left field line? That was awesome, right?
That was a nice catch.
And bats were hot, 7-1 win over New Philadelphia. You guys stay hot, 11 wins on the season.
Yep.
Where do you like where you're at as you start to get down towards the stretch here?
Yeah, I like where we're at, but there was a couple games earlier in the season that we think we should have won, but ain't nothing we can do about it now. So just got to keep the train rolling.
Make the corrections for when it counts when we get into tournament play, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, that is your Big Z Sports McInturf Realty player of the game here on the Kime post-game show. Braden Parsons, almost the complete game. He goes 6 2/3, but he gets the win. Great job tonight, bud.
Thank you.
All right, that was Braden Parsons, our McInturf Realty player of the game. Indian Valley wins 7-1, and Chris Kale and Nick McWilliams, everybody here at Claxon Communications, they'll be running everything behind us. Of course, Perk and Natalie running all of our cameras. We appreciate you joining us, sticking out the weather delay, and we'll see you at the next stop, hopefully tomorrow morning from New Philadelphia High School for some softball against Waynedale tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Pregame starts at 10:45, depending on the weather. We'll see you then.
thanks for listening to Big Z Sports. Tonight's game was presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Hospital, Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. For the best coverage of high school sports, there is only one Big Z Sports.